Welcome, everyone, to Knights of Last Call. I'm your Game Master, Derek Melenda, joined by the Knights as always. Last time that we left our group, the Knights had just entered the city of Magnimar in search of the Skinsaw Cult, the secretive organization that was not only behind the murders in Sandpoint, but was the secret patron of Aldern Foxglove, and in some ways responsible for his conversion into a ghoulish, hellish creature. But even more disturbing than this was the fact that this cult, this Skinsaw Cult, served a unknown patron who went by the name of Xanesha, Lady of the Seven, who signed her missive with the seal of the seven-pointed Sihedron Rune and spoke of the Sihedron Ritual. She was the one who taught Aldern how to carve the sigil into the chests of his victims before murdering them. And according to her note sent to Aldern, doing so would send those greedy souls to serve her master. The group traveled to Magnimar in order to find Foxglove's manor and seek out this Xanesha and this Brothers of the Seven. Along the way, however, they came upon a investigator, a detective, who a dwarf by the name of Gwildor, who, working in Magnimar, had been employed by the city's Lord Mayor, Groberus, in order to find and the cause of and stop these murders, which apparently had not just been happening in Sandpoint, but had been growing in concern and frequency within the city of Magnimar. Councilmen, merchants, bankers, all wealthy, greedy men and women slain under the same strange set of circumstances. With Gwildor's help, the group made their way to Foxglove's Magnimar townhouse, whereupon they discovered two strange creatures, which were doppelgangers, faceless ones, strange abominations, which had been used to keep up appearances. And there they discovered that the townhouse had been abandoned for some time, but was actually being used as a headquarters for the Skinsaw Cult. Amongst a sheaf of hidden documents, they discovered that the base of this Skinsaw Cult seems to have been a strange sawmill located out on the river, hidden in plain sight. The group made their way to the sawmill in order to seek more answers. And what started off as a friendly conversation with a group of seemingly ordinary lumbermen quickly turned into a bloodbath as the lumberjacks donned horrific skin saw masks, showing their dedication to the Skinsaw Cult and their patron god, Norgorber, the patron god of murder, also known as Father Skinsaw. They attacked the party with their war razors. However, aided with the power of Gwildor's magic, as well as some timely martial prowess, the group dispatched the group of Skinsaw cultists. The upper floors of the lumber mill remained unexplored, and the group prepared to journey upstairs in order to discover if more answers remained in store. For until Xanesha is defeated, the threat of the Skinsaw Cult and whatever her secret master's plans are for this strange ritual and the souls of the greedy goes unknown. All right.
Yeah, unexplored. My ass. We got to go pixel by pixel. Every. We got to explore.
This is why our episodes take too long.
Yes, if you feel like not enough happens in these episodes, complain below. I'd like to see it. But
it says I'm drinking.
Yes. So before we get into the beer of the week, I just want to take this moment to again thank everyone for sticking with us through another chapter. Today's episode is the final episode of Chapter 2, the Skinsaw Murders. And on a personal note, this also represents the final episode that is going to be filmed here at Apogee Studios, which is my photography studio, which unfortunately has closed due to the coronavirus crisis and the problems with business in general.
Due to some kind of incident recently. We don't want to get demonetized.
Oh, right. We're not monetized yet. It's fine. So I do want to say that
by the time this episode gets posted, we might be.
Oh, well, that is
high hopes.
That's very high hopes.
Yeah, that
hopefully there won't be any delay as we are a couple episodes behind in publishing. So by the time that this episode gets aired, hopefully we'll have figured out a new place for a studio to set up and we'll be able to keep bringing you these episodes. But again, I encourage you guys to like and subscribe. Feel free to comment below. Let us know what you love about the Knights. I love to hear it from all of you, as do my players. We really appreciate everything that you guys are doing for us and for the channel. So thank you again. All right.
Brought to you by
So-
Double Cannon.
So what is our final beer
know.
for our final session here?
Heavy Seas beer.
Double Cannon Double IPA. Does that
Double
mean it's a
Cannon.
quadruple IPA?
It means that it's 9.5% alcohol.
We're going rough.
Yeah. It's
Easy peasy.
fearless, bold, independent, Double Cannon, the bold and brash daredevil that's not afraid to stand out. Massively dry hopped with a balance of malt sweetness, this irresistible force showcases the power of bringing the extra artillery.
So aggressive.
Wait, one more time? I didn't hear that.
Oh, it sounds good.
It tastes a little bit like last week's, but I didn't like last week's. This one's okay. I'm going to go out here and say something, though.
It's not that bad.
Something I've determined through our beers of the week.
I go for heavy.
He's
I
a
think-
stout
Oh,
person.
wait. Whoa. Bad aftertaste. Whoa.
It's got a strong
Yeah, it
aftertaste,
does.
just like Nick's. I think
Tastes like apples in the beginning.
I really like the more fruity IPAs.
Yeah.
I agree.
One of the ones, I think it was the Voodoo, not the Voodoo Ranger, it was the Purple People Eater, the one that I brought in, the Purple Magic or something. It was like a hazy, fruity IPA.
I almost got the hazy one. I decided this one.
I think hazy might be because it's got more particulate,
Cloudy?
solid matter in it.
The
Maybe it's a
Jim
little bit
Day
fruity.
shorts you brought in wasn't bad either. That had
Oh,
the
yeah.
peach to it.
The peachy one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a peach person,
wasn't
but
bad.
that was pretty good.
Yeah, so I think I like the fruity IPAs
Yeah.
better than there's just like the hops.
this
Let me hop you.
This
hear
one
you
hit
there.
you in the back end pretty
pretty
rough.
It tastes like apples. It tastes like a good old,
I don't know. It-
somewhat past expired apple when you taste it, and then afterwards.
Actually,
Really selling this beer here, guys.
I
If
review
you
it
enjoy this
honestly.
taste of
Wait,
almost
we-
expired apples, drink Double Cannon.
we
Double
call
IPA.
it like it is. I mean, I'll be honest. When I was prepping for today, I found like the 3/4 full of the
Dragon's
the
milk.
space pants or whatever it was last week.
Space cake.
Space cake, and because I only drank about a quarter of it because I was like,
No,
thank
not
you.
good.
Huh? I've been liking the sibling revelry beers that we've had.
those have been great.
Yeah.
I've been very
They're solid.
You guys can always sponsor us, and we'll be happy to rate and review all your beers.
Yeah,
dude.
I
Great
do live in
Lakes. Come
Westlake,
on, let's see what you
so
got.
I'm pretty
if any-
close to you guys.
There you go.
There we
And
go.
if any breweries want to, we'll do beer of the week every time.
Oh yeah, like I said,
That's
Great
right.
Lakes.
Listen, we'll
Come
just
on.
do beers. We'll just sit here and get drunk and talk about that.
and we'll talk about D&D or Pathfinder.
exactly.
You don't even have to convince us that hard.
Exactly. Okay, so as I was saying, you guys, last time the knights finished defeating the cultists on the first floor of the lumber mill. The cultists fell, and I don't know. I think you guys spent resolve if you needed to spend resolve or whatever to get back your stamina and your spells, and that is where we're going to pick it up. All right, now, unfortunately, Danny, aka Villic, Lord Villic.
He ran away scared.
He fell in the water and went down the river.
In real life, Danny is actually a member of the military, and he doesn't always get to say where he is going to be. So Danny is currently preparing to go out on maneuvers and field deployment. So Danny's not with us this week. So with the defeat of the cultists, you guys prepared to move upstairs. However, fearing that other cultists might come in behind you, Villic goes outside to keep an eye on a patrol on the outside of the perimeter. That way he'll set an alarm and a watch, and he can either take out cultists if they come in, or he can rush
Let
to
us
you guys
know.
to let you guys know that you guys are being flanked and you're being ambushed, or that
move,
there's
good
an
move.
ambush waiting for you outside. So Villic departs from the party, goes outside to sort of set a perimeter and to see if there's anything else going on tricky outside. Well, leaving you guys to explore the upstairs of the sawmill.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds
All
good.
right.
All right. All right.
Let's go.
All right. Now, no map right now, but remember the first floor of the sawmill featured a large sort of yawning pit, which led down to below to the river and to the spinning saw blades. And then along the outside perimeter was sort of an exposed catwalk fence, or catwalk stairwell that kind of went up the sides, like
To the office.
up to the office door. You know, that's like above the factory floor, kind of up upstairs. So
the foreman's office.
yeah, like the foreman's office. Yeah, exactly.
Get
So-
back to work.
All right, so
we go up the stairs.
The last of the cultists slumps off of your blades. You quickly clean
Didn't I knock one into the water blade?
Yeah.
You
shoved
used your hammer
into the
Using my shirt athletics.
That was badass.
Nice.
Yeah,
the
that was excellent.
the wheel.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, all
Yeah.
The water wheel.
right. So there's 3 cultist bodies.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you guys want to do?
Go up the steps.
All right.
I think we should go up the
You need to go up
steps.
the steps and search the office.
Indeed.
Okay. Just before we go on, everyone has spent resolve that needed to spend resolve? Everyone has
I'm
stamina.
at
I'll-
6152. I feel like I don't need to spend a resolve just yet.
And also remember, spellcasters can use it to get back spells.
How much resolve am I supposed to have started with?
4.
4.
4, thank you.
And resolve can affect stamina or hit points. Please forgive
Stamina.
me.
Yeah.
Stamina.
Here you go,
Well-
Tim. We usually we sometimes use these poker chips here, just so you can.
I am well versed in poker chips.
Okay.
Yeah, give me one of them.
So my stamina is fine, but my hit points are low. But they're
hit
not
give me a red one. Apparently, I have 5. You
Oh
gave me-
yeah, because you asked if
You
you
had
had
an
more
extra
than
one,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, hit points can only be affected through healing or
Yep.
through magical potions.
Y'all got a potion? I'm 26 of 36.
You also, I believe, have a bound heal staff, Matt, which has 2 charges in
Oh
it.
yeah.
Oh, actually, no. Your level.
No, he switched it out.
No,
No,
he
I have
didn't.
2. I have 2. Staff
You have
of
2
healing
staffs.
and the false cure. Or I think the healing is the false cure.
Oh no, that's your amulet.
Oh.
That's the Sihedron rune. It functions as a wand, but it's really an amulet. That's a wand, though. That's different. Your staff of heal is lets you cast heal 4 times a day.
And that affects directly the hit points.
Yes.
And what's the...
Well, if you use 2 actions to do it, it's a D8 plus 8.
All right. Well, I imagine we have time for that, right?
It literally takes 6 seconds. So yes.
If not, I got.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I got something. I got one for
Let
you.
me give it old Ted. D8 plus...
8.
Plus 8?
Yes.
Oh, shit. I'm all right. All right.
Nice.
I only have 36 hit
I
points.
was like, can he go above the maximum?
I'm supercharged.
He's
Over heals and
Mine's-
stamina.
He needs
Yeah, right.
a belt of Brenedaria.
I'm overclocked.
Mine's either a potion or moonshine, but no one knows.
The belt of Brenedaria is a
For you, it's the same,
artifact.
isn't it?
Indeed.
Oh, it's a D&D thing?
No,
No.
it's a made up item.
Oh, okay.
It's a made up item that we made for Rich's character that if he get healed, but he's already at max, the overage goes to temporary
Temporary
hit points.
Oh, really?
pretty
So
sweet.
we
Yeah, that's
often
not bad.
start off a fight casting heal on him.
Right, so
which
he'd be
back
at
then was
full-
150 hit point. Temp.
He's at 5 times his normal hit
Yeah,
points.
he's like,
So you could just keep going then and just add
My
it
hit
up.
points are 12,768.
no, only once, but
Yeah, only once.
But
Oh, okay.
all right, so you guys make your way up the stairs towards the second floor. All right, it's you're about 20 feet up because again it's a pretty tall ceiling. It's an industrial workspace with a lot of like a gantry for ropes and pulleys to help move around the lumber. And you come upstairs to a small wooden door which leads into some sort of series of internal offices.
Is the door locked?
Do you try to open it?
All right, I'll reach no, open the door.
Take a 5-second step.
The
back.
door appears to be locked.
You guys trying to get in this door?
But this isn't a dungeon door.
It's just like a wooden door.
It's like a wooden door, so it's not unfeasible. It's not infeasible that you could just bash it open.
Yeah, or I can pick it. I mean, I have my thieves
you have
tool.
your thieves tool?
No, you have shoulders.
Okay. I use my athletics to knock this door down in case
Oh, yeah.
there's an enemy on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, slam the door open.
So I'm gonna open
Oh,
for
slam it open.
23.
All right. Well, the door is it's not much of a door. So you bust the hinges off of the lock as you sort of swarm into the office.
Is this like the time where you were in episode 12 where you jumped 30 feet through a door?
Yeah, I didn't hit it as hard today.
That was
I'm trying to figure out my own strength.
Okay. So you enter into some sort of large office of some sort of maybe some sort of foreman's office. However, the walls of this room bear macabre decorations.
What's that mean?
Macabre means gruesome or
Okay.
horror film-esque. There are human faces
Oh, God.
removed from their
Heads?
faces.
Faces.
From their heads. Stretched flat over wooden frames.
Oh, God.
So it's like, human face peeled off of the skull and then stretched
Like
out flat.
Leatherface shit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Each face's grimace in a slightly different expression of pain. Looking down on this small office that contains a desk, a high-backed rocking chair, and then there is a low-slung cot heaped with blankets. There is a ladder in the corner of the room that leads up to a trap door in the ceiling.
Ooh.
As you enter into the room, the chair spins around, and sitting at the desk, standing up, you see a grim-faced elven man.
This
Good
guy didn't
evening,
know that we
Mr.
were
Bond.
chopping up his buddies below.
It was a brief scuffle.
Okay.
You recognize this man immediately, Gwildor.
Oh.
Oh,
This is Ironbriar, more specifically, Justice Ironbriar,
Oh boy.
one of the 7 Lord Justices of Magnimar, aka like almost like a Supreme Court justice.
Yeah.
You know,
So a judge who
And-
can
and
sign off.
someone
You say 7 judges?
yes.
Seems interesting.
It's a common number here, yeah.
Justice Ironbriar is an elf, very long lived, has been in Magnimar for, decades, if not centuries, and is a fixture of the city's sort of legal apparatus. You've met him before. He might not know you specifically, but you've met him before. He rises wearing, again, these sort of like elaborate ceremonial robes and armor. Well, I see you've made it this far. I assume that you are here, Inspector, to arrest these men.
First of all, it's detective. And I'm not surprised to
I'm
see
confused.
you here.
In Golarion, I thought everyone was an inspector.
Not here, sir.
Listen, I know of your attempt of Groberus's missive for you. You've done an excellent job bringing these men into custody.
I believe you have
these
your
men, are you
facts
pointing at us?
confused.
Yeah, he's telling him like arrest them.
Arrest us.
Yes, he wants me to arrest you, which obviously I am not going to do.
He's been with us the whole time. He knows kind of what's going on.
I just look confused.
The workers of this establishment attacked us downstairs. We simply defended ourselves.
I believe you have the facts incorrect. It seems to me that a group of murderous adventurers wearing the sign of the Sihedron attacked an upstanding.
How do you know what that sign is?
I'm a scholar of history, and not to mention, we have been investigating these murders all over the city. I have at least several witnesses outside who will give testimony that you four, came to this sawmill, committed gruesome acts of murder, and that below the bodies of 3 upstanding, simple laborers lay strewn about.
So how do
what do
you-
you think the courts will decide?
So how do you explain that we found you here with a room full of faces? What were you doing here?
We got people outside too.
No. To that point, what were the name of the witnesses outside?
Bring them in and talk to them together.
Yeah.
In a fireball
An
formation.
enforcer of the law, am
Fireball
here.
formation.
Gwildor, you claim to be an enforcer of the
judiciary of the
law.
law.
I am the law. And
I believe
besides,
we've heard that before. I didn't realize we were
Judiciary
in an
branch,
authoritarian regime.
Magnimar is no
United States
cake-
of America.
Yeah, Magnimar is no cakewalk. Here, what you can prove is all that matters in the court of law, and I can prove that you are the guilty parties.
But you can't prove why you're wearing a ceremonial robe in a room full of faces that have been ripped off of people.
Decoration.
I have a
This is
question.
some kinky shit.
What the fuck?
Is it flammable?
God, everybody get out.
Nothing is flammable except for people. We know this.
Certainly not grease.
Yeah, and certainly not by magical fire.
I see. It seems that Gwildor, you have no intention of fulfilling your vow and bringing these culprits to justice.
Well,
still
I'm
looking for
acutely
these
aware
culprits.
that they have not done anything illegal.
What about murder? What about death?
No one was murdered.
What about Aldern Foxglove?
Aldrin Foxglove also was not murdered.
Really? Do you know who killed him then?
Well,
I believe I do out of character, yes?
Yeah, them.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
I disagree.
That was not
I
Aldrin
think,
Foxglove, though. That was
I think
a
Xanesha
doppelganger.
did. I think Xanesha killed him. We nearly set his soul free.
yeah, we're talking in
Oh.
accusations here, not facts
proof-
of law.
what proof
all
do you have?
His eyes dart to Asius as he mentions the name Xanesha.
I mispronounce it because I'm terrible
No,
with language.
Xanesha is how you pronounce
No,
it.
no.
He quickly turns towards you. He goes, "What did you say?"
I said Xanesha.
He goes, then no time for the courts then. You die here.
I hope you had that fireball ready.
All right, and with that,
We all duck out on
Yeah.
the window, and he just lights a fireball.
his robes drop off and he leaps the desk as he prepares to fight you guys.
Oh, jeez.
Hey.
We've got
Roll for initiative.
This is him?
Oh, you were really prepared today. Dang, we're looking good today.
I don't have a job yet, so I still got nothing to do.
I mean, we're looking good today.
Okay, let us get Asius. It's going to be a perception initiative for you.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, actually, you know what?
We're talking to him now.
No, we're
It's
talking to
perception.
him. No, we're going to say it's diplomacy for initiative.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I got a pretty high diplomacy. I'm not too sure.
I do not.
26.
So 26 for Asius.
Incredible. Gwildor got a 19 by rolling a 20.
Burl,
Even 30.
Well spoken.
30. All right, Asius got a 27.
26.
26.
Yep.
Felix out for the session. Escanor.
23.
All right.
You beat me, Burl? You have great diplomacy?
Excuse me. I have a plus 13 diplomacy, and I
Sorcery.
rolled and I rolled a 17.
I thought my diplomacy is only a 9 these days.
If it's
That
charisma,
said, I have 16 and I
charisma. If
it's
still
charisma.
did not roll high.
I mean, I'm trained in it, but I have 0 charisma. You have -1?
So he's going to roll deception.
Yes.
He's going
That's
to
fantastic.
For a detective, that's not too
All
good.
right, we got 20. We got 26, and
Oh, so ties goes in.
yeah, the ties go first.
I hire someone else for hostage negotiations.
You have a ghostwriter for
All right.
hostage negotiations.
As the as the fight starts, however,
Uh-oh. More people come from out of the wall.
The game's locked. The game's locked.
Server room full.
No, we ain't got no room for red dots, green dots, blue dots, yellow dots. This
I
ain't a
love
rainbow.
this. This is fantastic. And he's on different color cardboard, so it's really easy to
Oh,
see
yeah, you
from
can
this
see
side.
this. Yeah, very
You have
nice.
enemy versus friend. and
I'm
then you
really
have-
into this
yeah.
right now. I'm feeling it. What,
Yeah, Derek, maybe you should not get a job
Is
at
that
all.
a door?
No, it's a guy.
Door. He's coming in through the windows.
I didn't know. At least we could see the floorman could see the below area.
Well, at least they're coming in single file. They are
Get your
polite.
lightning bolts ready.
well, they're behind closed doors right now, but they're like in the process of opening
gotcha,
them.
gotcha,
So
gotcha.
4 cultists are coming.
There's
into
only
the room.
one guy,
All right.
guys.
All right, so Burl, master of conversation, you're immediately aware when the conversation's about to turn south,
That fireball's like,
and you're just ready to go. So you get to go first, buddy.
Ah.
Come on, Barrow. Let him have it.
All right. Well, I'm just going to hit him with the searing light because it's one guy, and I imagine that he is either dead, undead, or a fiend.
Seems like
He
a
is neither of
presumptuous.
those.
Yeah, it
He's
seems
just
like
a
a
regular
big
dude.
presumption.
He's just an elf.
Seems like a big presumption.
I'm not gonna lie, he's an evil elf, but he's just an elf.
Still doesn't
Well-
help your cause here.
That's true. But you know what happens when you hit an elf with a lightning bolt?
The same thing that happens to everybody else.
Are you hitting him with a lightning bolt then?
Yes.
I don't get that.
All right. Well, there's
From
one.
X-Men.
There's one problem with a lightning bolt. You're going to want to
remember
move
that.
because otherwise you're going to toast your friends.
It's a straight line.
It is.
which
but
X-Men?
when you shoot a lightning bolt, you have to shoot it down a line.
Yeah.
And it's going to hit every square that line touches.
Ooh.
So
You're going to fry me and Asius.
Can you move first? You don't know about these guys in the doors. You could stand from that door.
So he is the Iron Briar.
yes.
He's like calculating shot.
Yeah. Well, I
I feel
guess
like you should
okay.
step up and blast them.
I say, yeah, take a step.
So if I go here,
There, you're fine. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's good blast. Yep. All right. So Burl jumps out to the side of the party, and with a clear line, energy begins to crackle in his hands, and
DC 25 reflex save.
lightning bolt.
You can.
Ah, you're good.
This is a lightning bolt.
Yep.
All right. Here we go.
40 12. You got some D12 I can borrow?
I got
I
you,
need
Doug.
2 more.
Here's 2 more.
DC 20. What?
25. We're at level 7. That's when the sorcerer is good.
I know. But reflex is kind of this guy's jam.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
But I rolled a 5.
Oh. Is that a crit fail?
No, it's 24. So it's a regular fail. So he's just going
Just
to take.
close.
He's just
Oh, these are some good rolls.
Oh.
9 and 9. 9 and 9 is 18, plus 5 is 23, plus 12 is 35.
right. And then this is dangerous sorcery. So what level spell is this? 3.
It's a 3rd level spell.
So add 3.
So
38.
38.
Yeah, buddy.
That was some
Burl
good
doing
rolling.
some work, baby.
And it would have hit anybody if they were standing here.
Right, it would hit anybody in the line.
That's
right.
right.
So, all right. So Burl brings up his hands. There's a crackle of electricity, and then a bolt fills the air. Part of Ironbrier's desk is exploded by the power of the beam. He's rocked back as it strikes him square in the chest, and he almost drops to his knees from the power of the electrical current. Right, one action. All right.
Very nice.
Very nice.
You better not be meta moving that lucky.
No, he gets one.
There's a door. There could be bad guys behind you.
Okay.
I don't know.
I like it better if he just popped out and you weren't ready.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I'm dead.
No, you healed before this. Remember, you got full health and stamina.
That is true. That's true.
I also like to think that like all the fur
All right.
is standing up on Lucky from the electricity. It's like a
Right.
static ball right now.
Exactly. All right. So the
Iron Briar.
Ironbriar. So Ironbriar brings up his hands and begins chanting, whispering prayers to the god of murder, Norgorber.
Oh my.
A darkness surrounds each of you, and he is going to cast the AoE version of fear.
Jeez.
Well, I could do
As
that.
a reaction to that,
Oh.
I've also trained well in magical arts. I'm going to attempt to counterspell the fear using my level 1 feat counterspell. I have fear prepared today,
Oh, shit. Something happens.
and will expend the spell slot, and I will attempt to make a counteract check against his fear spell.
That's how that works.
Tim is so much advanced.
Fuck him up.
Yeah, we're over here like, okay, what do we have to roll to avoid this? And he's like, no, I'm gonna
I just
stop
learned Pathfinder
this.
yesterday. We're good.
I
The
believe
difference is-
counteract rule.
Yeah. So I'm just
I
going to
could
take a
take
look at
that
this.
spell, and I'm like, it's never going to come up.
I like that you didn't.
Make your check.
All right, plus
Against his
15.
Come on,
against his
high roll,
DC.
high roll, high roll.
Oh, baby.
30.
That's not bad.
That
All right, so
sounds
that's-
high.
Yes. So
Sounds
It sounds high.
it says counteract the target if its counteract level is no more than one level higher. Yeah, so it sounds good. I don't care. It works.
Excellent.
Bravo, sir, bravo.
Gwildor, immediately recognizing the somatic components of his spell, in tune, waves his hand and clashes against the magistrate.
Yeah,
the
us all
judici-
being magic players, I imagine the spell like literally
Yeah.
like from
if
the
you-
original
old school
Magic.
counterspell.
if you're watching and you know how counteract check works, please feel free to add in the things, especially because I don't know how it works with the same spell, but it's cast at different levels.
Right,
Because
that's
I'm
what I'm curious
assuming
as well.
you
Mine
cast it
is
at the
level
first
one,
level.
yeah.
And
so
you
I don't,
like
so
a
I'm not
minus
sure.
per level
I don't
or
know.
something?
That's what I don't know. So
Yeah.
but I'm just going to say he had fear. It was fear. You rolled a 30.
Right.
It's good.
It
All
says
right.
same spell prepared. That's all it says. So I
Yes.
figure
Right. Well,
Love it.
the counteract checks has these things where it's like even if you fail, you can still successfully counteract check if it's like low
It's
enough
far,
level.
yeah.
Like
okay.
if you're counteracting something with your 9th level spell,
It's I guess a first level. It should like
it should
get
auto
away,
counter
get away.
exactly. So it's like, and if you crit succeed, you can counteract something like 3 or 4 levels higher than you. But
Yeah.
a 30 seemed high enough. It's fine. All right.
Bravo, sir, bravo.
Ironbriar seems
Nice work,
stunned at your guys' ability to.
He, in fact, himself is feared.
Yes, no. So he is. He's going to pull out his shield and raise it.
I am befuddled by all this magic that I keep seeing all
Okay.
around. I just
Easiest.
rage up and go at him with my
Hell yeah.
with this
Give him hell.
rage move slam.
Yep.
Hashtag rage move slam. Where's it gonna go?
Well, I wanted to flank him. Well,
You're not.
I mean, you still have limited movement, and you're standing in a desk right now. So
What else is...
Well, if you go the other way, remember Burrow kind of partially destroyed
true.
part of the deck.
I'm just saying, don't just move your mini. You do have. Remember, we have squares, and remember, diagonals count as 2 every 1.
Math matters.
I know. I was counting on getting in that square at the desk.
What, you have
He's
20?
standing on. Can you
No, I
imagine
have 25.
a dwarf?
I have 30 because I'm raging.
Obviously, you can jump onto that square.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could jump on the desk and like
but
body
remember,
slam down Destiny.
leaping is an action.
Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
so you're right. Because if I go diagonal, and then later on go a diagonal, I've never increased to the 7 point.
Plus, you're not. If you go the way I showed you, you'd never get in a case where he has an attack of opportunity.
Perfect.
If he does, I don't
Thank
know.
you.
If it's
No, no.
Supreme
We don't
Court
know that.
justices.
Yeah, we don't know
Thank
that.
you, Matt.
I don't know if RGB would have had a.
I was able to swiftly go around the desk and bring down Destiny.
Great. AC 29.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
going to be a hit.
I'm trying to do math here. 33.
Yeah, thanks. Doing math, huh?
17 plus 16 doesn't do well in my head.
33.
30.
Imagine it's
30.
16 plus 6, and then you add 1 afterwards.
That's right.
That is accurate.
All right.
Imagine
I assume
17
that's a
plus
hit.
10 and then add 6.
Yeah, what'd you get?
I said 36. 30.
I love the way.
33. Sorry.
Hit.
Okay.
This is now a math stream.
Right now we're going to talk about math.
29.
He's going to use a shield block, and he's going to take off 10.
Makes sense.
Oh, it's a hell of a shield block.
So he
there.
takes
Is
21.
that steel shield standing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Seems like a good shield, guys.
It does. It does seem like a very sturdy shield.
I hope I don't break this. We could use it.
All right, so he takes
Blue
another.
dot.
He takes a chunk of damage. All right, yeah. So blue dot.
Where Where's Blue Dot?
Blue
Right
dot,
here.
right in front of you,
Yep.
right there.
So Blue Dot is going to spend an interact action to open the door.
About to get his ass swiped.
Does
He doesn't have attacks of
I was
opportunity.
gonna say, does he have it?
No, but he was ready.
No, he wasn't.
He's going to use a move action, and he's going to come in against Burl with his War Razors.
Unacceptable.
Oh.
These war razors, I tell you.
So, wait a second.
Uh-oh.
Before you roll your die, let me know when that is my opportunity.
I'm about to attack you.
Empathetically. So I cringe and give him those puppy dog eyes that say, "Sir, don't hurt me. I'm just a little gnome. I don't know what's going on." So I'm going to attempt a diplomacy check. Diplomacy against the will DC.
Gotcha. All right.
So diplomacy is plus 13.
Great.
28.
Yeah, so critical success.
So
Yes.
the creature pulls his attack, wastes his action or its action, and can't use hostile actions against me until the beginning of its next turn.
Okay.
so it's
That's
like
incredible.
He's like, oh.
don't hurt me, no, sir.
He's so cute.
All right, well, he
He's frozen
interacted.
in the door.
He interacted, he moved, and then he attacked, but that attack is canceled. So
Because he thinks I'm
he
pretty
just
adorable.
stops. So he's done.
Nice.
That are lucky.
Nice.
How
So I
nice
could-
to be adorably cute as a gnome.
So I could do that once per combat. So
Okay.
I mean, it prevents an attack. So I'm like,
All right, Escanor.
All right, let's see. I have.
you would be flanking.
I was
right.
thinking the other guy flank the other guy.
Oh yeah, I mean, in either case, you could get here in flank or here in flank. Both would work.
All right, I will have to move to attack or flank.
5, 10, 15, 20.
And I will bring down.
Do you have the
my-
movement for that?
Yeah, I have a 25 speed movement,
Okay.
Bingo, bango.
and I will attack him with my sword.
He is flanked.
He is flanked,
He
so
is
his
flanked.
AC drops by 2.
Woo! Looks like a 19 as visible. but
That
we'll
is a
see.
19 as visible.
We'll see what that addition comes out
35.
All right, that's a hit.
But
Very
not
nice.
a crit. Oh god.
I know. I always like test Derek with the eyes, like 33, and he's like, uh-huh. Oh my god, fuck, that wasn't good enough.
We're not high enough, gentlemen.
to. Yep. That's a 1.
Damn it.
He's like, if I look at it 3 times, will it change?
Maybe it turns into a 7.
I thought it was a 7 at first. I got a little hopeful, so
Okay.
sorry.
Yep.
So it's 10 damage.
Okay, 'tis but a flesh wound.
Yeah, that one sucked.
All right, Escanor. Was that your 3 actions?
That was 2 actions.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my litany against wrath.
Okay, sounds good. Bring it down. He will make his will save against your litany against wrath.
Dun, dun, dun.
I got a 28.
And that's against my
Your DC.
DC, which would be 23.
Yes.
So success.
yes, so it
So
happens.
the first time the target uses an action that deals damage to at least one good creature, the target takes 3d6 good damage.
So it's just the first time.
The first time only, yes. If you fail it, then
whole
it's
round.
every
Good
time.
damage.
Okay.
Not bad damage, but good damage.
Just good.
Just good damage.
So you castigate against the evil cleric, and he will be damaged if he basically goes to attack anybody. All right, the other Skinsaw cultists.
That door's open now. I hope Derek sees you out of the corner of his eye, just like swiping.
So for those of you looking at home, so I'm just going to get up here on this overhead here. So we've got the evil cleric, which is flanked by both of the party's main combatants and tanks, and then we've got 4 cultists, each with double war razors and sneak attack ability, which are now flanking and surrounding the 2 casters.
yeah, who
Yeah,
know
we
how-
sucked at,
good job.
at
But-
combat tactics.
But we do have Lucky.
So good job.
Tim,
Good
Tim, what
job,
do you
all.
think there?
All right,
I have ideas.
all right.
Yeah, I mean, Fireball could fill up this whole room. So,
So
I'm all right.
the first Skinsaw initiate comes in with his war razor, and he is going to attack Gwildor.
Yes, bring it on.
That is a 28.
That is a hit.
Yes.
All right. Alrighty then.
Look, I only know one thing. Attack that guy.
All right, you take 9 damage,
Very well.
It's all right.
and then he's going to use his second action to do a twin takedown, which allows him to attack twice with 1 attack.
Jeez.
But these are with both penalties, of course.
Okay.
Is he a monk? Is he an acrobat?
Kind of like a ranger rogue.
Oh,
So,
that's pretty
Fancy.
cool.
so 25. So 21,
Miss.
Ooh.
and this is the big man. This is the big penalty. 21.
Also a miss.
Okay. All right, so he misses you
Blackjack,
twice.
no good.
But
Don't worry, Tim.
he moves to your flank.
Indeed.
We're gonna blast the fuck out
So
of these guys.
you're flat-footed, so your
Yes.
AC drops by 2.
Okay.
And these will all be sneak attacks.
Yes.
All right, here we go. War Razor. 30.
Hit.
Okay.
barely.
Barely.
I'm trying to intimidate him.
Plus
Meta intimidate.
I do have
11 damage.
All right.
And then this is with the other twin takedown.
Don't even care.
22.
Hit.
Matt always cracks me up.
14 damage.
All right.
And then with his third action, he's going to attack with a -8 penalty. It's cocked.
I have a question for a
0.
friend.
So miss. All right. So he swings at you wildly, hacking and chopping into you with his war razors. You spin and block and dodge as best as you can. You do have several levels on this guy, so you know it's not as horrific as it
Yeah.
could have been.
But it still hurt a lot.
Yes.
Sorry.
So remember, too, people at home might be interested. You know, after like you get beat up like that, why don't you go ahead and give everybody a status update?
Yes, so that managed to get through the rest of my stamina, and I am now at 27 out of 31 hit points and 0 stamina left available.
All right. So
However,
stamina's
they are in for some shit because I go next.
you do go next.
Yeah.
All right, Gwildor, you're up.
Give him hell, Gwildor.
Do I risk whether or not they have an attack of opportunity?
Nah,
in
they
melee?
don't.
They probably
They
don't.
very well might.
But they
I
could.
don't know.
He's like, give it a shot, see
I'm
what
just balls
happens.
to the wall, so they
Look,
very well may.
As a barbarian, I don't even know what risk is.
Risk? Is that defense?
yeah. My-
I turn in a set.
I just
So I'm going to enter point blank shot stance using one action,
Okay.
and then I'm going to cast True Strike
Okay.
using one action.
Okay.
Do
Tim-
they attack me?
No.
Excellent.
They're Ranger Rogues.
excellent.
Just making sure.
Yeah, you're good.
And then I will dispel my weapon with the additional damage that allows me from casting a spell.
Yep.
And now, using True Strike, I'll roll 2d20 and shoot yellow dot
Yep.
directly in the face with
Okay.
my dwarven longbow.
Right. Also, remember they are Skinsaw cultists. Not
Skinsaw Cult.
people.
So
people,
double
people,
face.
people,
Yellow dot.
people who are. Because remember,
Yellow dots.
All right, well, it would have been a nat 1, but thankfully True Strike has shown me the way and it's a 28 instead.
all right, that's a critical.
Excellent.
Yes.
This will be 2d8 and 2d6.
Yep.
Due to the spell weapon.
Yep. So you're gonna roll this,
So that is 16 damage. Doubled is 32 damage.
and then a bow is deadly. So add 2d10.
Oh my
2d10.
God.
This is critical.
Yeah, because
And that's another 13. So
Yep.
that makes it 45 damage.
all right, and that's 2 yellow.
Dang.
Correct.
All right, you
excuse me?
shoot him, and he is damaged from the powerful shot.
Holy shit.
And that is
Wilder
all
knows what
3
he's
of my
doing.
actions.
All right.
Thank God you're on our side, man.
I don't know what these fancy things are, but they look good.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree that I'm glad I'm on your side right now.
So for the people, so for the
flanked between two
damn.
rogues being murdered
so
viciously.
so for the people at
I
home,
don't know how to play the paladin. I'm sorry.
So for the people at home, well, remember one of the things we talked about was typically you want to stay within 15 feet of your allies so that you can absorb attacks.
And that's why I was trying to get to Azius to that.
right,
but
because Azius has
Wrong
100.
ally.
But now-
Azius has
but now I-
150 hit points.
Yeah, but now I see the errors in my way, and I should have been with the.
And a thing to remember is
Yeah,
Azius is
spellcasters.
also, of his character, is to like run into battle
Yeah.
even as a
Oh, yeah.
barbarian.
I don't
Right.
really care about
when maybe it's not the best decision, which is full for the character.
I'm a
like that
noob.
sounds.
I'm sorry.
No, and it's totally fine. I mean,
This helps people at home.
Yeah, this definitely helps people at home. I mean,
Don't do what I
yeah,
did.
this is sort of like don't split the party in miniature.
right.
Yeah. Sorry,
I mean,
guys.
don't worry, we'll be able to kill him.
Yeah, it's okay.
So for people at home,
Maybe.
Tim,
I'm pretty low.
what did you just do? You cast True Strike.
Yes, so I cast the spell True Strike, which is a one-action divination spell that allows me to roll 2d20 and take the better result when I'm making a strike action.
So it's basically 5th edition.
I was like, that sounds like D&D.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah,
it's
one
fifth
action
edition
spell.
advantage.
What's that?
I
You
once
have
again
one. It's
use
called
my-
Pyroblast. You never use it.
You want to do 1d8?
No, it's an auto scales. It's like 5d8.
I also entered point blank stance shot, which allows me to ignore the volley penalty on a longbow for
Right.
creatures within the volley range.
And it gives you
And if it
Plus 2
didn't have
damage?
volley, it would have been with +2 damage.
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
with a volley weapon, it only negates the penalty.
Gotcha, okay.
Which is fine. And then obviously bespelling my weapon and
Right.
charging it with the magical powers.
Yep, and so it does extra damage, and then you crit,
Correct.
and then a bow's deadly, so it does extra damage.
That's correct.
Okay, great.
I can't wait till I can articulate my abilities.
Green
like,
dot.
like Tim.
I can't wait till I understand my abilities.
All right, so that's unfortunately that's 30 feet. So he's got a step.
I consider that very fortunate, Derek. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, if he's still attacking,
All right, you know what? No, actually, he's going to do this because he's not flanking. He's a rogue. He's much better when he's flanking. And he already used 30 feet. So he's going to
He's
use
gonna go to
another
edges.
stride to come through here and get behind Burl.
Oh.
So now he's flanking Burl. So Burl, you're flanked. Your AC's down by 2 because of flat-footed condition.
I mean, technically.
These means that these sneak attacks will work. He's going to his one action left because he strode twice. He's going to use his one action to do the twin takedown, which has to make 2 attacks with one action.
I severely misplayed my character.
Is
All right,
he,
so-
he's unaffected by the other guy thinking I'm cute?
Correct.
No, only that guy got the puppy dog eyes.
So this is plus 15, 29.
Yeah, hit by 8.
2
Not
for
cute
50.
anymore.
Not a crit though. So is that with a -2 penalty to your AC?
So 21 AC, 19 AC, and you rolled.
I got a
28.
29.
So
Oh, you get
that's
29?
So it's a
I thought you said 28.
beat by 10.
No, I got a 14 plus 15.
Dang, crit.
All right, so crit. So it's going to be damage,
Sorry,
double.
Matt.
So 26 damage.
Oh, that's okay.
He's got to do it again, though.
Coughs
And then
blood
the
up.
second attack is plus 11. 18, which does miss because your AC is 19.
Oh, it does miss. Okay.
No, the second
Oh, no,
one does.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so they flip in, sneak in between you guys, and start hacking you guys up. But that's the end of the round. We go back to Burl. Burl,
All right.
Get her done, Burl.
by the way,
Get us out of this mess.
only one of the 4 Skinsaw cultists has damage on him, the one with the orange.
Okay.
Tim, how's your reflex save?
I'm worried that you're asking me that question.
Be very worried.
It's not terrible.
14?
Yeah. It's not terrible.
Because I could do a backflip over here and shoot a fireball at you guys.
I have slightly less than 50% chance to not take full
All
damage
right,
from
all
this.
right, all right.
To take full damage. Remember, he said to take full damage. He will still take something.
Right.
Right, only if he critically succeeds do you take nothing.
How many hero points do you have?
That's a 0.
I
I earned 1 and spent it last session. So
Yeah.
So Burl is going to move
Okay.
here.
Yeah, no attacks of opportunity or anything.
All right. And then shoot lightning lightning bolt in this
shit.
direction.
you better
Yep.
die. Oh.
Yeah, so
Nice.
so it's blue and red.
Oh.
For 1 red mana.
Third, this is a
damage.
3rd level spell.
Okay, great.
Was that mana previously tapped though?
So Matt, why don't you go ahead and roll your damage first, and then I'll roll
Lightning
the
ball.
reflex save.
Yeah. All right. So it is 40-12.
Yep.
Tim, 2d12, please.
Plus
Plus
3.
3.
Yep. Okay.
Come on, baby.
Not as good.
Not as good.
Not as good.
6, 9.
It's yeah,
Plus,
21 damage.
And you guys add fast.
It's Rain Man over here.
Yeah.
I've been doing this a long time,
I gotta get
and
better.
I play a lot of wizards.
Playing together for years.
Okay, I'll send you guys the link to our final 5th edition
Oh my god.
Yeah.
session.
Yes, send
Okay?
it, please.
Please, yes.
And you will see absurdity of the level of that you can't even believe in
I
terms of
tuned in
numerical
for
decks.
5 minutes. I was
ridiculous.
like, what the fuck am I
It's
watching?
not even
three
it's not,
weeks ago.
it's not even 5th edition. It's not even 5th edition. All right, so Matt, so the base damage is 21, and this is a DC 25.
Yep.
All right, so
Yep,
I'm gonna,
yep.
All right, so I'm gonna roll it here. We got plus 11s on both these guys. So Blue's gonna roll with a plus 11. He got a nat 1, so that's a critical failure. He takes double damage, so Blue takes 42.
Very nice.
I felt that.
He felt
No,
it
no,
whiz by his
No,
face
he
like,
did,
holy
the
shit,
same
what
amount
was
of damage
that?
to the other guy.
He's injured. At least.
He's injured.
Orange, not red.
Okay, red means they're below half life,
Oh my God.
Just letting you know.
and then red gets a 26, so he takes half.
so it all nats to average
Yeah,
21.
pretty much it. So he's gonna take 10. So red takes 10. Okay. All right. A lightning bolt again blasts through these characters.
So, wait, sorry.
Well done.
Lucky will just attack the guy in front of him.
Yeah, Lucky gets 1 free action, and so he can attack.
not a companion.
Yeah,
As a,
yeah. So he make a Jaws attack, I imagine.
oh, yeah. Plus 12.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, that's a
21
21, but
plus 12.
it's hits.
Oh, yeah. I forgot how. 21.
Yep. That's a hit.
I forgot maths.
Plus 3.
Not a strong point.
So 8 plus 3 is 11.
Okay, 11 damage to the cultist that is blue. Okay, so Lucky starts tearing and ripping into him.
That is 11.
So he gets the red token out.
And so he is damaged. Okay, so Ironbriar goes next.
He's stuck between a rock and a hard place. So any good news is that he's,
Right.
there's no way he can escape.
So
because both
he
of your
is going
attacks are
to
up.
he's going to start casting a spell.
Does he now?
Uh-oh.
It's hard because I don't know.
Well, right, because the feat just says that it has to be a spell that I know, and I have
Right.
to be able to see him casting it.
Right.
It doesn't say I have to actually successfully identify the spell in any way, shape,
Do you
or form.
announce the spell?
Well,
And
because
then,
there's actually a feat that lets you identify the spell.
Right. So it's really confusing why Counterspell is a first level feat
Right.
that seemingly through text means I automatically identify any spell that I see a wizard casting.
Yeah.
As
Something like
soon
that.
as he just starts to
Well,
either
Tim,
say
he's
it
casting
or
invisibility.
Well, he's going to get that one.
Okay.
Right.
so no attacks of opportunity.
Where
No,
the
neither of them
fuck
have
did
it.
he go?
He's invisible.
Can y'all take
I know,
a feat?
I'm joking.
yeah, mid combat, take a feet. Let me
Now,
get on.
so he
was there a
takes
second
he takes now unfortunately he is stuck between you guys. So he cannot this is weird. He's invisible, which means you cannot see him.
But he's there.
He is not unnoticed because he didn't hide yet.
You know he's in that square.
And he's in that square and then he takes a leap. So he jumps back. Basically he's jumping over his desk.
Okay. But we don't know that he's jumping over his
You
desk.
do. You know he's in that square.
You just can't see him do it.
Okay, but we can like hear.
You hear the rustle,
the-
you see the things
Yeah.
kicking.
Okay.
He doesn't if he made a stealth check, then he would be invisible. You wouldn't even
Gotcha.
know where
And we didn't know where he went,
he'd
but
have
because he
dissipated.
just did it
Right
and
now, you
jumped
can
on
see,
there, we
so
can hear
you
the
know that he's in
landing on the
that
desk.
square.
Okay.
He's hidden to you.
Okay.
But he is not unknown to you.
Gotcha.
Now, if you attack him, you still have massive penalties to.
4?
Yeah. No, it's just a straight 50% chance that you completely miss.
Oh, how long does the invisibility last?
Till
That
see
you
him.
don't know because you are unknown man, unknown to the magic.
Okay, no,
Can
fair
I make
enough.
an Arcana check to?
No, because it's not a free action. You have to use that
it's
action
not
on your turn.
All right.
All right.
So close.
So that was what he did.
So
though.
he ends his turn.
Well, he did 2 actions to cast a spell and 1 action to jump up on the desk. So, Azius,
So I don't know where. I know where he's sort of at.
you know he's on the
50%.
desk.
All right, I'm just gonna swing at him.
Yeah. 50%. You hit him. Wow.
So basically, what you have to do is first you have to hit him.
Okay.
So just make your attack roll. That might miss.
28.
That hits.
Yeah.
But now you have to roll a d20 and you have to roll an 11 or higher. If you roll lower, then it just miss because he's invisible.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I mean, you are swinging an invisible guy.
No, I know.
yeah.
he jumped up and he's like, damn.
Where'd he go?
With a move action, charge towards the crew.
So that's 1 action, Bob.
Okay. Well, I don't think he's here anymore.
He left.
He's out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
I just mean if the more of you guys here, the better
I'll-
we fare.
I'm gonna try and play the paladin right. I'm gonna come to you guys. Don't worry. Cause I done messed up before.
I like that bag, Tim.
Thank you.
I like the dark, and then the teal like octopus thing.
Yeah,
See-
it's pretty cool. It's a nice little Gen Con purchase from years ago.
I was gonna say, is that the mold that we experienced in the Foxglove Manor?
I'll just-
All right,
He
Azius,
does
we're-
look
Yeah,
pretty good.
I'm gonna.
That is pretty slick.
Talking about?
I'm gonna.
That
Yeah.
clears it up.
Oh, invisible.
I'm gonna sudden charge.
Okay. You can't because it has the open trait.
Oh, it's the
And you
first
made an
attack.
attack.
You have a desk in the way.
No, he made
No,
an
no, no.
attack.
He made
I'm
attack
just gonna
already.
move.
That's got to be your first action for
Yeah,
this.
So it's got to be
I'm
your
just
first
gonna-
attack action for the turn.
If he did it first, would a desk being in
Nope.
the way matter?
In fact, you could sudden
Jump
charge
over
in
it?
like a sea around people. It does not have to be in a
You
straight
just
line.
can't do something else then sudden charge.
You can't,
He can't do an
attack
attack.
and then sudden charge.
So if he were to chug a rage
that would be
potion,
fine.
then he could sudden charge after that because that is
Just
not
gonna
an attack.
move then, and
Okay.
if he has,
No, he ain't got shit.
Well, we don't know about this guy.
We don't know if he has an attack of opportunity.
Nah, he's busy being invisible. What does he care about attack of
All
opportunity?
right.
I'm gonna do.
Oh,
And I'm gonna
good
swing
move.
Destiny as a minus 5 onto the yellow dot
Okay.
skin saw guy.
Yep. Oh, I think that's gonna
That ain't gonna do
13.
miss.
Terrible
Good.
miss.
Unfortunate.
Got any more of them hero points?
Yeah, but I don't feel like I should use it in this
All right.
little
All right.
thing.
So blue is going to go next. He's going to take a look at the situation. So the Skinsaw Cultist begins kind of looking around, trying to figure out what he's going to do. And they are going to.
He just got his ass electrocuted. Well, zapped
did,
real
yeah.
hard.
But it might behoove them to try to take out
Oh, they don't. Who?
Gwildor.
Oh yeah.
But because they can't flank you, Matt, because of where you're positioned.
As an aside, Tim, my character is often like, as long as it's not me.
No, that checks out.
So like, even though it's bad for the party, if you
So
get killed,
he's gonna
I'm just
move-
Like, as long, okay, yeah.
He's going to
attack
move to
him.
here,
Oh, he's gonna flank Azius.
and then he is going to attack Gwildor.
but I don't really mean it from my heart of hearts.
All right, Gwildor, you're flat-footed again.
Yes, sir. Wait, am I?
No.
Oh no, you're not. You're not. You're not.
Okay.
You're not. You're not. 30.
Hit.
All right, and it is not a sneak attack. You take 7 damage,
All right.
and then with the second part of the twin strike attack. Ooh, not as good. 17.
Miss.
All right, so he made 1 action to stride. He made another action to make 2 attacks. So he's got 1 action left. He probably should have done this first, but Matt,
Yeah,
he is going to try to demoralize you.
he can try.
My.
All right, with his skin saw mask on, he gets a nice bonus to this as he looks you down and attempts to intimidate you with his horrific visage. This is against your will DC, Matt. 29.
By 5,
So you are
2
frightened
for 50.
2.
but not really.
So we're frightened 2, remember.
Little gnome skin.
That's a -2 penalty to basically your DCs, so your spells. It's also a -2 to all of your checks, so your D20 rolls and the like. As the skin saw man starts hacking apart and then stares at you. Oh no, there's parts of gnome in that mask. It's horrific. They're coming for you. All right, Escanor, you are now alone.
I'm coming.
The rabbit.
And flat-foot only hurts my AC, correct? Not my DC. Or not my attack, I mean.
Nope,
sorry.
just your AC.
You're easier to hit if
Yeah,
you're not.
flat-footed is a -2 circumstance penalty to armor class.
Because I'm debating whether or not I want to go right in between the red dot and the blue dot to try and protect
you're trying
everyone
to-
if I possibly can.
That's an old one.
Because I can't, I can flank red. And I can flank yellow, but I'll be way over there.
If you could end him, if you could run into red and kill him.
But that's what I'm saying is if
that
I
would be
could,
cool.
I could theoretically put myself into flanking
Yeah.
to be able to kind of
Yeah.
gather everyone, and then I'd be able to potentially react in the future, but then I'm going to take that negative AC. So I think that's my best bet, though. I'm going to have to go
Yeah.
for that. And then I'm going to have to attack the red guy.
That guy?
Okay,
Yeah, I
nice.
think so.
Red dot or the guy with the red?
No, oh, sorry.
Blue
The
dot.
blue dot. I apologize. The blue dot. All right, I will attack the blue dot Skinsaw murder cultist.
Great. So Escanor flings himself into the melee.
26.
Hit.
Nice.
That's how you do it.
Well, you want to crit.
Well, I want to do a lot of things.
It may still kill him.
No. He just went red.
No, he's
Yeah, he's still got a lot.
and he doesn't hit like
He doesn't hit hard.
15. Yeah, I'm more defensive than offensive, so that's 15 damage.
All right. He's hit. You'll have to do better than that, Paladin, if you want to stop us. So Escanor, I believe you made 1 action and then 2
One action
actions.
to action to move, 1 action to attack.
Yep.
Yes. So I have 1 free action, and I'm going to use my last focus point to do a litany against wrath on the red dot Skinsaw cultist.
Gotcha. Okay. He will make a will save. Ooh. It looks like 17.
23.
Get the
All right,
hell
so he
out
fails.
He fails. So on a failure, each time the target uses an action that deals damage to at least one good creature, that creature takes 3d6 good damage.
Okay, so that's for the whole round.
That's for basically all of
Is the
combat.
duration 1 round?
1 round. Yes,
Yeah,
1 round.
okay.
Sorry, 1 round.
Right. Instead of 1 attack, it's basically for his whole turn. Anytime he attacks somebody in the party, he's going to take
so
3d6.
that guy
Nice.
no longer
So if he
has
went,
that
if he
on
went,
him.
No.
that's on the red.
Yeah,
no.
Ironbriar still has the litany against litany on Wrath.
No,
on
no.
him
Nope,
as-
it only lasts 1 round.
One round.
Oh, right,
That's what I'm
right.
saying. He,
Yes,
just so we know,
yeah.
he no longer has
Right. So
it.
last turn, he would have taken 3d6 damage
he-
had he attacked you, but he didn't. He cast a spell.
Right,
So that didn't do
okay.
anything.
That's on the clarify.
Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Well, Gwildor, you're still
buddy.
flanked,
Sure.
so they're going to attack you.
Of course.
So the red's going to attack you.
Red's going to attack. So he takes 3d6 damage straight off the bat.
Nice.
So 10 piece.
Good job.
A 10-piece McNugget. And then,
That sounds good right now.
Gotta have it your way.
technically it's 2 attacks, so you might as well just do a 3d6 anyways because there's a twin takedown.
Very nice.
7.
Yep.
So 17 total for
Yeah,
that.
I did separately.
That's a
All
good
right,
amount.
so here we go.
Yeah.
So you're flat-footed -2.
Yes, sir. AC 21.
All right. Oh, I might have missed.
Yes.
Wait, with the -2, your AC is 21?
Yes.
Oh, wow. You got good AC.
Mage armor, baby.
20.
Miss.
All right, so second attack penalty,
Yep.
20.
Also a miss.
Yeah, buddy.
Of his dwarven teeth.
That's crazy.
Well done armor.
Shit.
All right.
Damn it.
He's like, I don't know what to do now.
No, well, he's going to demoralize you.
Oh,
Indeed.
He's
He can
going to
try.
attempt.
The skin saw. What's your will DC? Remember, it's 10 plus your will save.
24.
Roughly a billion.
12. I got 20, so
All right.
you are fine. All right, well,
The Skinsaw cultist can't handle me. The other one, though, is probably about to murder me.
but the yellow is going to go next. He's going to try to demoralize you.
Very well.
We've
DC
proven
24.
he gives, you know.
All right, we had at that time 30.
Oh,
so you
man.
are frightened 2.
Well,
Goodness.
join
so
the
AC's
club.
down another 2, so my AC is 19.
Here, I'll give you my frightened 2. You give me a new frightened 2.
everybody
Good teamwork.
frightened.
Yeah, we'll pass the frightened 2 all the way around.
By the way, the reason why this frightens you 2 is because of these skin saw masks that they're wearing. They're
Oh, wearing
is-
somebody else's face on
It's
top of their face.
A
Makes
gnome
sense.
face. This is
Yeah,
disgusting.
let it be known that Burl's not afraid.
So, yes. So now you're flat-footed. That's a
Yep.
-2 circumstance penalty. And now you're frightened, which is -2 status penalty.
Right, so I'm
it's a
down to
minus-
19 AC.
All right, and he is going to then take his second action to twin strike you.
Indeed.
2 attacks, one action. 29.
That is a critical.
Ooh, okay, so it's a critical sneak.
Retributive strike, please.
Right. I can roll my damage first
Okay.
before you can do that. So just FYI. So that's going to be 6 plus 3, 9. It's going to be 18 damage.
All right, down to
But wait, he's,
Now, whoa,
but
whoa,
he-
whoa, 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 whoa.
he's using his retributive strike.
All right.
All right.
So what does
Escanor-
that do?
So the paladin's ability is that if a ally is within 15 feet of him and the enemy is within 15 feet of him, he can basically call upon his paladinic ability to shield his ally with a protective field. No, it's not a
Nice.
shield.
Oh,
it's
oh.
magic.
Shielded.
Yes. A protective magical ward, a bubble that protects his ally, which reduces the damage taken by
7 total.
7.
Or no, 9.
Nice.
9.
9.
Nine.
All right.
Yes, level plus 2.
Yeah,
right?
sorry.
So you're going to take only 9 damage. then.
Hell yeah.
Excellent.
Now,
Yeah.
you also have
Nice
the ability to attack him,
Correct.
but only if he's within.
Oh, the yellow. It's the yellow
yeah,
one.
it's the
that
yellow
attack?
one.
Oh.
And you,
Yellow
now,
one.
now you have a feat which lets you step before you make that attack.
But I got no place
but you
to
have no
step
place
to.
to step to.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the unfortunate part. Otherwise, if
He's
Azius,
here.
you weren't there, I'd be
This
able to
guy.
take your
Right.
spot
If
and
Azius
attack
wasn't
him.
there, Escanor could, as a part of this reaction, get a free step and then a free attack against yellow.
Correct.
But he doesn't because of the
No,
combat.
the shield is good enough.
But that's
I mean,
okay because he may still have saved my life.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
why I'm trying to
comes
do it.
the second attack.
Yes.
Which is -4.
Which we're hoping this one
-4.
misses the AC 19.
18. Yeah. And he's going to throw his third attack at you because your AC's down by 4.
Oh, yeah. No, that's
Whatever.
So
fair.
he's got a -8.
Okay.
So this is only +7,
Come on, that one.
19. So 26. No.
Fuck, that's a
26.
hit.
I rolled a 19.
Oh my
Roll
gosh.
19?
Well,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is-
19 hit
at that
anyway.
point.
So.
6 plus 3. 9 damage.
9 damage.
So
Two.
the-
I'm
so-
still alive.
I was like, so the damage I protected you against just still ended up coming your
but
way.
he's at
I'm
2.
sorry.
He's at 2.
But instead of being dying,
Okay.
I'm at 2.
And now
So-
it is Gwildor's turn.
You got any of them heels?
No, I don't have heels.
He's a wizard archer.
He wears boots, not
Wizard.
heels.
Heel.
My goodness.
Lay on
Gracious.
hands.
I need to think for a second here, boys.
Oh, that's
All right,
not
so
good when
up-
the pro has to think. And we're over here trying to figure out still what we're supposed to do.
Which one is Tim? Tim is
Tim is right here.
He's in the middle of
Yes.
the cluster.
Yeah,
See
he's
if
in the
my
middle.
wife can paint him a new character the next month. I have the
So-
perfect thing at home for him.
well. None
Derek,
of them have.
I have
attacks
a
of
rules
opportunity.
question here. We were talking about the weapon storm spell.
Yeah.
And it makes an attack against everybody.
Yeah.
Which we think is really cool with a
Yes,
bow.
yeah.
Will the spell weapon add the damage to all of the...
I think so. I think
Excellent.
that's cool.
Yes, do it.
And look, if you have to hit these two guys in the
I'll
process,
take it. I'll take it.
All right.
what?
So, Gwildor
You got plenty of health. Suck
is
it
going
up.
to cast the spell Weapon Storm.
Okay.
Sounds sweet.
Yes, it does.
So this magically enchants my bow. Normally it is for a melee weapon, but we think it's pretty cool to shoot multiple arrows at the same time.
Yeah,
So
it sounds
it's a
awesome.
10-foot emanation from myself.
So it's an aura of 10
Yes.
feet.
So I'm targeting all the enemies within 10 feet of me, which I believe is all the
is
cultists.
all of them.
it's all the cultists. Yep.
Right.
Sweet.
So basically, you summon thousands of magical arrows,
Yes.
which shoot out from you.
Oh, this
Yes.
sounds like an anime for
no,
sure.
no. This sounds like the spinning rogue attack in Diablo 3.
I'm thinking of
multiple shots.
So
Yeah.
this
No, keep going.
shot is going to deal 4 dice of damage to every creature that I hit with it in the area.
What dice?
So they're D8 for the
Okay.
longbow.
They have a 4d8.
So
Now,
it's gonna be
what's
48.
but is it an attack? Is it a reflex save? What is it?
So it is just an evocation spell, and it is a reflex save.
Is it a basic reflex save? Is that what it
No,
says?
it's saving throw reflex. So it has 4 tiers of.
Oh, it has
bad
its
stuff.
own tiers.
Yes.
Okay, great. So roll your damage.
Right. So
One action or two?
No, well, it does.
it's 2 actions for weapon storm.
Okay.
And Bespell weapon has to happen after the spell, so it doesn't apply to this attack.
okay,
So there's nothing I can do about that.
correct. If you could make it happen, though, it would.
Right. Yes. So that'll going to be 15 damage.
Okay.
And then they all have to make a reflex save.
Okay. Don't forget the DC's down
Oh,
by
is
2.
that attack? Okay, yeah. So the DC is
I got it.
23.
Gotcha. Okay. Reflex save on the red Skinsaw Cultist. Yep. What? 27.
Oh.
All right, so he passes.
Yep.
So he takes half damage.
Okay, so I forgot what the core base damage was.
15.
15.
We'll make it 16
Yes.
because it's easier. Okay. So he takes 8.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
it,
Next is the blue. Nat 1. So double, right?
So critical failure.
Yep.
Target takes double damage and is subject to my critical specialization effect. So I'll add 2d10.
yes. Okay. So he
Oh, his
takes
ass is dead.
32 plus.
8.
So 40. He's dead.
Excellent.
Flick him the fuck.
Bravo.
Okay.
I am no longer flanked.
Then
Neither is
so blue,
Aziz.
so blue is dead. All right. And then yellow. Yellow gets a 19, Tim.
All right, so that is also a fail.
Yep.
So he just takes full damage.
Okay. So that's 16.
Yep.
All right.
And now for green.
And now for green over in the corner here. Untouched, by the way. Nat 20. So critical success.
All right, so he is unaffected.
All right.
Damn it.
All right, so the Blade Storm ripples out from Gwildor.
Nice
It
work.
drops one of the
Arrow Storm.
cultists. Oh, sorry, Arrow Storm. Yes. Drops one of the cultists and some of the other ones, but, the other ones are still standing tall. All right, Gwildor, I think you have one action
So
left.
then I will dispel my bow.
Okay.
And that spell did not have an attack modifier, so I will now point blank shot. I'm actually going to use assisting shot.
Okay.
For my strike against.
Right, so the Arrow Storm doesn't have the attack trait, so
Correct.
your map is still 0.
Correct.
Okay,
my
great.
map is unaffected.
Okay.
All right, and I am going to assisting shot against red dot.
Okay, so you aim at the cultist right in your face.
Yes.
And then you shoot your magically
And then I will
enhanced
shoot my
bow
magic
at him.
arrow.
Okay.
So this is a plus 13.
Yep.
That is only a 22 to hit.
It's a hit, though.
All right, still got him. So that is 2d8 plus 2d6 for my Bespell weapon.
Yep.
18 damage.
All right.
And the next one of my allies to make a strike against him gets a +1 circumstance bonus to their attack roll.
Which color?
The
the one
red.
he's picking up, the red dot.
The red.
Skin cult.
So he gets a
Skinsaw
+1
cultist.
damage.
+1 to hit
Oh,
for the
okay,
next
okay.
one of my allies
Plus 1
that attack him.
circumstance bonus. Basically,
Okay.
like it's like a magical homing beacon
Gotcha.
for the next person who attacks him. All right, so Green's gonna get into the fight here. There's there's no easy flanks to pick up, but Gwildor is weak.
Yes.
So, and now also Gwildor, at the end of your turn, your frightened condition
Drops
lowers
by 1.
by 1. So is now frightened 1.
All right.
So he's going to step.
And yeah, now so I'm flat-footed and with -1. So
No,
my
you're
No,
not
you're not
flanked.
flat-footed to him.
No, you're not
Oh,
flanked.
because
You're not
that other
flat-footed.
guy is gone.
But you're just
You killed-
minus
yeah.
1 because of the
All right, so 22 is my AC then.
and he is going to he's going to twin strike against you.
Indeed.
Man, if you hadn't killed the one guy, you would have been flanked in every direction.
So 29
Yeah, that hits.
and
Going in and dying here.
Fuck.
and 18.
Yep. So
Fuck.
dying.
All right, so you take 7 damage.
Yep. So that puts me at -5, which puts me to
So you're at 0
0.
hit points, and you're at dying 1,
dying 1.
and then you
You
fall
fall
unconscious.
Yes.
And more importantly, your initiative changes to go right before the creature that knocked you out, which is right there.
So it doesn't
right.
change.
Not a fellow dwarf.
Right. So as soon as he falls, so that was one action to come over to him and hit him, and then it's another action. He is going to move. Oh, perfect.
Uh-oh. To flank me.
No, just to flank both of you.
Oh.
All right.
The Omni Flake.
The Omni
Omni
Flank.
Flank.
All right, Burl. Under a fuselage of war razors, Gwildor finally falls. And you're over here looking cute.
I'm a little afraid.
Are you the team mascot? Is that what's going on here?
All right,
That would be lucky.
So
for sure.
Burl is going to
yeah.
pull back his imaginary bow.
Yep.
And then release an acid arrow, 2nd level spell.
Okay.
Very nice.
Going at red dot.
Yep.
Occultist. Okay.
Yep.
So it is
Plus
a-
15, but you're frightened.
Yep. So plus 12.
You're
13.
there. You go.
Man, you know math. So
Hit.
22.
Yep, that's a
And
hit.
then we got
Nice.
3d8 acid.
Yep, and you're going to add 2 because it's a dangerous sorcery.
So 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 2 is 11.
All right.
So 11 straight up.
Yep.
And then they take 1d6 persistent acid damage.
Yes, he is still burning with acid.
And then hopefully to finish the job, Burl's going to, with my one action, give
Yep.
him 2 actions.
Yep.
So Burl's going to come.
All right,
or,
so he's flat-footed against Lucky's attack.
Yep.
Get him,
And
Lucky.
this attack will have a +1 circumstance bonus to hit because this is who I assisted against.
There you go. So,
So plus 13.
there you go.
21.
Hit.
Nice.
2d8 plus 3.
Plus 3.
Okay, 12.
9 plus 3.
12. Okay.
And you are now frightened 1.
And now your frightened is down to 1.
Does my frightened go away when I hit dying status, or does it still have to cycle through my turn?
It still has to cycle through your turn.
Okay.
so
can a
you're
dead-
frightened while you're dying. That's funny.
Can a
I'm
dead
moving
man
my
be
hands
afraid?
for 2 reasons.
So funny.
All right, you hear chanting coming from the far side of the chamber.
What?
And crippling fear rips out through all of you.
I guess I
Can,
did forget about
can you
the
cast
main
a spell
guy.
while you're dying?
You gotta be able to
yet.
and you gotta be able to see him doing it, and you don't see.
All right, well, he's also unconscious. So
That's right.
everyone,
Things going
including
against me.
Lucky, go ahead and
Oh.
make a will save. DC. Holding.
Please hold. Please hold.
Please hold. Please hold.
Your call is very important to us.
It is very important to us, and it's very important to me. It's important. DC 26.
26. Come on.
Nope. Just a regular fail for Azius.
20. So I'm at 33.
Crit.
Okay, so you got
Crit.
a nat 20.
Nat 20. Sorry,
Okay.
nat 20.
So 27. It will save, right?
Will saves DC 26.
27 for Lucky and 23 for Burl.
Okay. If you critically succeed, you're fine. If you passed, if you got 26 or higher, you are frightened 1. If you failed, you are frightened 2.
So does that add to his frightened
No,
1
it just
already? So he
resets
just
his-
stays
My one
still as
becomes
frightened 1.
His 1 becomes 2.
Okay.
And he does not become visible.
Even to me.
No.
Because fear is not a hostile action. I
It is a
guess.
hostile action.
Oh shit! Oh
But
shit!
if you fail on
But
it,
I critically
No, he's just
succeed.
improved invisibility.
Yeah.
He's just invisible. Actually, and then he's going to use 1 action to.
to disappear.
Well, he's still in the room. You just don't,
yeah, we
you just
know
don't
that,
even
but
know
we just
what's
don't know where he's at.
correct.
so he's increased his.
Do we see? Is there
is
dust?
now
Is there
hidden.
sawdust on the floor
No,
that we can
he
trace
was
the
hidden
footprints?
before. Now he's undetected.
Oh, undetected. There we go. Okay.
So he could be here.
He could be anywhere.
And you have no idea.
Yeah.
So, like,
well,
before you
technically,
could- you could
technically
still
when
fireball in
he's
the area.
technically when he sneaks, he moves half his speed. So he's probably somewhere within 15 feet of that spot.
Difference is that like before we knew he was in this square. So
We knew he was on the
fireball.
table.
Yes.
Yes.
Or,
now-
well, no, you could still fireball because as long as he's in that area.
But we don't know.
But if you shot like an arrow at him, you knew which square to target, and then you still had
That's
a
where you
50,
get the
and then you
50.
still had a 50% mischance. Now you'd have to randomly point at one of these squares. I know which one it is. It's like a battleship, you know. Like I'm like, you sunk my cleric.
Even if we hit, it's still 50.
And even if you hit, it's still 50.
Oh.
And we don't know if we hit versus like. So part 1.
You probably know if you hit because you know
He's gotta tell
the
you
arrow
if-
sticks in something.
I was gonna say he's got to tell you if you sank his battleship. I mean, come on.
I mean that is that. Otherwise, you're just cheating.
Yeah,
All
right. I mean, come on.
Azius.
All right, I'm gonna swing down on yellow dot Skinsaw. Oh no,
Cultist.
sorry, I lied. I'm gonna shake it off,
Okay.
and then I am going to
Why don't you explain what Shake It Off is?
shake it off. Lets me reduce my frightened value by 1 if I'm raging.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to. So where did
Can you reduce mine?
my dice go? No, I cannot.
Threw it halfway across
wish
the
I could.
table.
Snap out of it.
Yeah,
That'd be a great feat.
Ask me
Snap out of it.
Somebody goes over and smacks you.
Like I take 2 damage, but like I'm.
now I'm
out
gonna
of
swing
the-
down on yellow dot Skinsaw Cultist
Yep.
for 29.
Critical hit.
Here we go.
End him.
And he's red.
Yeah.
And
Good night.
End him.
I can't read the second.
It's 12.
32 plus 16, 48. So 96
96.
damage.
Get the fuck
Please
out
tell
of
me he's dead. Please tell me he's dead.
If he was at full hit points, he'd be at 4.
Oh my god!
I just
You
wish,
annihilate him.
I just wish that he was next to the other guy because my cleave would have kept going into the next guy.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
so
I don't
have
they have to
that,
be
yeah.
adjacent.
I know.
Oh, they can't be adjacent to him. It's
No.
adjacent
To each other.
enemies.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so now I'm gonna turn around
Yep.
and try to get, hit the. Well, there's a lot of things that he was prone after I killed him too. I'm gonna swing down -5.
Yes,
on,
-5.
on Green Dot Skin Cult.
Can you be prone when you're in a little?
That's definitely going to be
15.
missed. Yeah.
Yeah, can
All
you
right.
be prone
So
when you're
you
in a little-
crush the other one,
no
but your hammer's kind of stuck in him for a little bit, and then you pull it out, and by the time you get it out, the Skinsaw Cultist has sort of leapt away.
But I seem to be not as afraid anymore.
That's right. And then your fear boils off, right?
Bravo,
great.
sir. Bravo.
All right, good stuff. Okay, well,
Escantor.
Escanor.
There's no T in there. Sorry.
Escantor.
a creature would have gone, but he's dead. So Escanor.
I tell you, he did. All right.
Now you're out of focus, right? So you can't.
Yes,
win.
I'm
So
completely
you
out of
can't-
focus, so
all
my
right,
lay
just
of
remember,
hands and all
because
that are
you got a guy bleeding out here.
What does out of focus mean?
I focus
So
spells.
it's the thing that you've had since level 1.
Yeah, you know the thing you got?
I didn't know it for a character who has relevant focus spells. Look, I have Fireball. When am I going to cast one? When am I going to cast?
Actually, your
Do
focus.
it.
Actually, I think the focus spell you get next level is Focus Spell Fireball.
That's amazing.
You should be.
Actually, it's your choice when you
tuned.
cast it of cone, line, or ball.
Stay tuned
Oh,
for cone
I'm
line
a
or
little
ball.
jealous.
Cone line
You
or
also need to
ball.
attune that necklace to yourself. Anyway.
All right.
Okay.
Escanor, what are you gonna do?
All right, so I'm going to attack the the red dot Skinsaw Cultist.
Yep, you're flanking with the Badger.
correct.
Oh, he's ready.
So his AC is a whopping 16.
Well, that's just enough with a 21.
All right, so you hit. So do your damage.
17.
Good.
Nice.
He's barely clinging to life. He's hacked to pieces. Blood flows freely from him, and acid is still burning on his flesh.
All right, I'm going to hit him again then with
Okay.
a -5.
5. Yep. There you go. So it's an 11 plus your bonus is just 15,
16.
Yeah, so 27.
25.
You hit. All right.
Oh, wow. There we go. That's a good roll.
That's a doubles.
Yes. And the Skinsaw Cultist
18
falls to the
damage.
ground. Dead.
And his armor
Nice.
takes an
1
additional
point.
1
right.
damage.
Gruesomely, his face continues to burn.
we
with
were going to use
acid.
that armor before it eroded into acid.
Actually, I think it was going to be magic. But Gwildor. So Gwildor, on your
still have
turn,
one more
you are
action.
unconscious.
I still have.
So
I
you
still,
need.
I still have one more
Oh, I'm sorry.
action.
All right, sorry. What relevant thing are you going to do?
Intimidating prowess.
Okay,
Hey.
that is a feat.
Yes.
Yes.
It does nothing by itself. So I.
Okay, then never mind. I have to. Okay, then there's nothing else I can do then at this point.
What is it that you're trying to do?
Do you move?
Intimidate
I was trying
someone.
to intimidate
Oh,
him.
you were trying to demoralize
or
him.
demoralize him.
Oh,
yes.
yes, okay,
so that's
yes.
why I was trying to do intimidating prowess on him to
It's not
demoralize.
called intimidating. It's called demoralize. Intimidating prowess is not
Is
an
the
action.
feat? Sorry. So I'm trying to demoralize.
Yeah. So
him. Yes,
intimidating
yes.
prowess is a feat which allows you to use demoralize
to make
but you get a bonus if you are a certain strength.
Right.
Right. So you get you can make an intimidation check with a +1 bonus
because of your strength. Oh,
Yes.
that's cool.
it also lets you intimidate somebody even if you don't share a language.
Correct. Because it's action based,
Yeah,
not
yes.
language based.
Right, because you're not intimidating them by being
So he
like,
bas-
I'm going to kill you, son. You're just going.
Yeah, that's not Burl. With his
Basically,
-1 strength. That's not his.
He's intimidating that I just
In
killed
fact,
the guy.
if you demoralize someone and you don't share a language with them, normally you get a -5 penalty.
Right.
But with intimidating prowess, because you're just looking mean,
You're doing
you ignore the language-based penalty.
Correct. So that would be
Okay.
a check on with my intimidation, correct?
Yes, and I believe it is +1.
No, yeah.
Yep, based on his training
Yeah,
in athletics.
if you get 20 and your strength, you get to be a +2.
23.
All right. Yes, he is demoralized.
Nice.
Trying to take away my action.
He's so scary.
All right, so he is frightened.
How's it feel, asshole?
All right, Gwildor. All right.
Burl is
Scared of the Escanor.
So Gwildor, you are dying.
Okay,
So
am I afraid of this death save?
no, because death saves are flat.
Excellent.
So at the start of your turn when you're dying, attempt a flat check. DC 10 plus your dying value. So DC 11.
Afraid of death save seems like a good shirt.
Good.
So
So I succeeded. I rolled a 15.
your dying value is reduced by 1.
Excellent.
So now he's
So I'm now dying 0.
so he's
Correct.
wounded.
So
one,
what
right?
happens here is you go to wounded 1,
Okay.
but you are still at 0 hit points.
Okay.
So you're still definitely unconscious.
Is that all 3 of his actions?
Yeah, he doesn't have
his
any
turn.
actions.
But I'm no longer frightened.
Get the fuck out of
He's
here.
not afraid of dying, folks.
So when you stabilize when you stabilize by making a success, when your dying value reaches 0, he's no longer dying. He just has the wounded, but it doesn't increase his hit points. So he's at 0, but he's not dying. So he needs healing is what it comes down to.
Gotcha.
Okay, green
And I
screams.
will use the restroom. Unless I'm getting coup de grace here.
No, I don't think so.
We'll let you know if that happens.
Green,
Thank you.
green screams for Norgorber, and he is going to leave you guys and come over to Burl.
Oh no!
He's going to make double attacks on you, Burl. He's going to make a twin attack on you.
On me?
Yep, he rolled a nat 1.
Ah, I miss it.
Okay.
And then I got a 25.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You take 7 damage.
Wait. Retributive strike. I'm within 15 of both.
Yep. Okay. So you take 7 damage, but you get to use your retributive strike.
Correct.
So I still take it.
I don't know.
Well, I have to roll against
No,
his.
you don't. Nope. It's automatic.
Okay, so then you would not take.
So
You would
you
take
take
minus
9.
9 damage.
So you
then.
take nothing.
Wow.
So you take -2.
Right.
Can you heal?
And
And I get to, due to my ranged
retribution.
I can take a step
Yep.
towards him.
Oh, Correct. shit.
Which flanks?
Yes.
Is that also
Oh,
apply
shit.
flank?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then I
shit.
get to attack him then.
Right.
Oh,
with
shit.
no penalty. Yes.
No penalty.
That's pretty badass.
All right. So his AC drops and his drop
20.
hits.
Oh,
All
good.
right.
Whew.
So then 2d8. And 17 damage.
Okay,
Okay.
this is the first damage this guy's taken.
Yeah, we've been
At
kind of
least it's
ignoring this guy.
something. I mean, come
No,
on.
I mean it's great. I mean, that's it.
Let me at him.
I
That's it.
saved some damage. I
right.
did some
And then he's gonna-
damage.
That was a great
good
turn.
turn.
Yeah.
That
That was a good move.
And then he is going to
Come at me, bro.
no. He's going to attack you with a -8 penalty. 23.
Yeah.
Damn it. I can't help
Take
you there.
8 damage.
All right. I go from 16 to 8. Ain't no thing.
Okay.
16.
Stamina.
Oh,
Okay. I was like 8 health.
All right.
I was like, he's pretty
No,
pretty
these ain't
calm
no
for
one.
that.
I know
Burl.
Ruler's unconscious, but
You just missed the epic turn of all epic turns.
I'll have to catch it on the video.
The 4th level spells suck hard.
Well, they could just be better 3rd level spells.
They could. Well, and that's what I do with Fireball.
Yeah, I know.
Can
But
you
like,
speak
Also, I
to
very
plants?
strongly disagree
Can
about
you
the 4th
speak to
level
plants?
spells
Are there,
not being
are there
good.
any
for the
plants
sorcerer,
in the building?
I have to take freedom of movement. So a third of my spells are freedom of movement. Like,
I mean,
Well, you know,
I mean, it'll seem lame until you get paralyzed.
right.
checks out.
Wall of Fire is good, and then a heightened Fireball is, of course, good.
All right, so what's it going to be?
I think it's going to be a heightened Fireball.
Oh God!
Oh, what, into the corner?
Oh God! Are you going after Ironbriar?
All right. Yeah.
Oh,
there we go.
All right.
I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
you're in the blast.
No, he's
No.
throwing-
He's throwing it
Oh,
far enough away
You
that
gonna alley oop this? Fireball?
So my Fireball
Kobe.
does, it
Too
does
soon.
aw.
It's only been a year. Come on.
So it is a heightened,
R.I.P.
but it does a 20-foot burst radius. So
Yep.
I'm going to aim.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. You're going to basically get everybody but Escanor and Azius there
So
on the edge.
I don't know
Wait
if
a-
Oh,
he's
he's
there.
hit. He's
Hey,
hit. I mean,
wait-
he's in that area.
Way to calculate it perfectly and make the perfect throw for that.
All right, so Burl's sitting there with the Skinsaw Cultist in his face, like, I'm going to kill you. Escanor comes in, slashes him down. The Skinsaw Cultist is like, it's too late for you and your friends. And Burl's like, fade away.
Kobe.
It's a fadeaway. It's a fadeaway.
Yeah, it's a fade. Right, to provide. He
does yell out Kobe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yes.
At the buzzer.
One for Kobe.
All right, Matt, roll your damage. Now, this is level 4.
8d6.
So it's 8d6 plus
Where's that
8d6
Yahtzee
plus
cup?
And it is
4.
my blood magic, yeah. So 4 for the one for each level.
Dangerous sorcery, you mean?
Do you need some more D6s, sir?
No, maybe 7, 8, 1,
you go.
2, 3, 4.
You gotta roll in the cup. Here we go. Ooh.
So it's plus.
On
4.
On the battle cam, please. On the battle cam.
Yeah, you got to roll like by over here. Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're losing one.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, it seems like a bunch of average dice rolls in the middle there.
10.
Oh, actually not bad.
I think it's 24.
Wow, that is fast if that's right.
So it's 1 minus, then 10 times 3, so 29.
Wait.
Oh, and then you're adding 3.
31.
2.
Push the dice a little closer to the stairs so they're on the camera.
That's okay. We understand.
All right, so 29 plus 3, 32.
It was on the camera to begin with.
What's the DC?
25 reflex.
Yes,
So
20.
-1.
Are you still frightened?
I'm at,
Yeah, so 24.
24.
This is like your only chance.
Nat 1, nat 1,
Yeah,
nat
you
1,
need a
nat
nat
1,
one. Here we
nat
go.
1, nat 1.
But,
Ooh.
but,
Uh-oh.
but,
Just a regular success?
he takes the full damage.
Yeah, just a regular success.
Nice.
No, it's regular failure. So Matt, how much was it? 32?
Yep.
All right.
You want to downgrade that with a hero point?
Oh, the success?
You can no.
His
yeah.
failure
No, it's a
to a
failure
crit
to a crit
failure.
failure.
Turn his failure to a crit
Oh,
failure.
I got all kinds of things.
All right, so instead of 32, you do 64.
1, 2, 5. Freezer. 3.
Right now, bitch.
So he's invisible. But at the moment of death, he becomes visible. So you just see like his flame forms just like spray against the wall.
Brett killed the guy with a fireball.
I imagine Talladega Nights when Ricky Bobby's on fire, just right.
Save me from the fire.
He's just running around in circles, burning
So I like
to death.
I like
Just
to think
imagining
I like
translucent
to
from
I like
the
to think
boys
that he
exploding.
I like to think that like the cleric's sitting here like sneakily moving invisible, and then he sees Burl, fire's going, but he's like so far, and then Burl just closes
Burl's
his
like,
eyes,
"Eh."
and he's just like Kobe, and it just lands right on him and just detonates.
He's like, oh,
All right, well,
fuck.
Ironbriar is dead.
Good shot.
Against
Good shot.
Hey, that's a Kobe shot right there.
Proving something which has been true ever since 4th edition, right? How do you beat blindness /
That's
invisibility,
right.
Tim?
Spreads and bursts, man.
AoEs and bursts,
It's
right?
just
AoE, baby.
visual
Look.
impairment.
I know the general area. It's over there
Right.
somewhere.
Oh, you're invisible, huh? Oh, here's a grenade.
Hey, just remember, things only come close to horseshoes and hand grenades.
And fireball spells.
And fireball. And fireball. Add it to the list,
Let's be
folks.
honest,
Add it
it's
to the list.
basically a hand grenade.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
But
All right,
that's real
Burl.
life. I mean, if someone turned invisible, I threw this shit in a corner. Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. So, Azius.
Sorry, Lucky has one move.
Oh, yeah, lucky. Yeah.
Ooh.
Get him lucky.
I didn't move, so I'm going to use my third action to command Lucky.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You only use 2 actions to cast the fireball, so lucky could get 2 attacks, basically.
Yeah. So we're going to go attack here with the claws.
With the jaws.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember when he walked in, he was slashing at him?
20 even.
Hit.
2d8
Yep.
plus 3.
Yeah. So 11.
11.
And then he's got another attack.
Minus 5.
If you do with the jaws, it's -5. If you do with the claws, it's -4.
Yeah,
Claws.
Because the claws are agile.
We'll go claws.
But they do a
minus
little
1.
less damage.
So -1 total.
Yeah.
17. Right? Because
No.
I got a plus 3.
No, it's his attack is +12.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, plus 12.
So -5.
Oh, so plus
Or
7.
sorry, -4.
25.
So 8 plus 8, 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit. But this
Nice.
doesn't do 2d8. This one does 2d6 because it's agile. Okay, well, it's
10 plus
13.
right, 10.
So 13 total. All right, shit.
All right.
Nice.
Bravo,
I didn't put
Lucky.
it on him, but he's red.
All right. I move into his flank with Lucky.
Yes.
And
There you
I
go.
removed the
Get
one.
him, Azius.
Yes, you're now frightened.
Though I should be helping Gwildor. I can't stop
Gwildor, hold on.
killing things.
I didn't cast any defensive spells
Well, remember-
spells either.
I
I
was
don't
saying-
feel bad.
I was saying, remember, he's rage, so he's
I
not
just
thinking straight up.
see the
Die.
enemy.
Oh, I thought it was going
Oh, man.
to be. What'd you get?
18.
Hit.
Oh.
Just a
He's so
regular
sad, but he
hit.
hits.
28.
Oh my
damage.
God. I'm so sad I hit with 28
Yeah.
Dead.
damage.
All right. Now can I go pour a healing?
Yes.
Pour one out for
Well,
your boy.
he's not bleeding out right now, so yeah, you can go give him a.
Can we
No,
do
no, he's
the
giving you an elixir of
hashtag
life.
potion of elixir?
Yeah, the potion of elixir. No, it's a greater potion of elixir.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Ooh.
Hashtag potion of elixir.
Actually, greater potion of elixir.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, go for it. Okay, so the Skinsaw cultist and their leader, Justice Ironbriar, have been killed. Gwildor lays stabilized but unconscious on the ground. But Azius, recovering from his rage, approaches him and brings out one of your, moderate potions of healing?
Lesser.
Lesser, not minor. Ooh, good one.
11, 12, 13. 14.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
So I'd like to point out the fact that the fireball does
There you
not
go.
ignite the area around us in a sawmill.
Just dust.
No, you're right. It does.
It's like an
Everyone dies.
That was fun. New characters.
Half of you died of fire damage, half of you died of smoke inhalation. You're all,
I'm just saying, we are in a sawmill, and he's like, fireball.
All right.
Okay, we're done.
Gwildor, you
I love
come
that he does
to
that.
and realize that everyone's dead. All right, great.
All is as it should be.
He's the only one who survived.
You see
Justice
in the
served.
corner the dead body of the Justice, badly burned, along with residual fiery damage to some of the, like the blankets and the things, and you go, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I never liked that guy anyway.
So a couple of important lessons, especially for you all as new players, and for people at home. So this is a great example of, as you guys get higher level, right? The stakes get higher, the hit points go up, the ACs go up, but the monsters are going to start having more abilities.
Right.
They're going to be able to fly. They're going to be able to teleport. They're going to be able to turn invisible. And part of building a good character is also having resources that can help you deal with those things. And Matt obviously had a clutch fireball, had the hero point, and you guys had gotten some good damage on him before he even became invisible. But that guy could have been a real pain in the butt if no one had the ability to find him.
Yeah.
Now, is there stuff that the barbarian should be looking at that you know of? I haven't
Yeah.
looked into it, but
Sure. Well, so specifically
with tricky stuff like
yeah,
that.
so specifically for the barbarian, you kind of have three options. The first is when a creature is hidden like that, you can use a seek action. And actually, one of the things that seek has the concentrate tag, which normally means you can't do it in a rage because you can't use any action that has a concentrate tag. But the rage specifically says you can use seek. What seek lets you do is it lets you use your perception to try to at least find what square he's in. It's not going to make him visible, but at least it'll be like, oh,
that
I'm
was
going
the
to
attack.
he's right there.
right there. Right.
And so at least that way you can walk over there and swing at that square. You still have a 50% chance of missing. The second option is I think there are certain abilities that may be tied to you, I think either feats, but I think some of them might be tied to instincts. But I think there's a feat line where the barbarian gets like these hyper senses.
Okay.
And they can actually give him like a scent and like a sixth sense that almost gives him the ability to smell out
Wow.
his
I
prey.
just want to leave
okay?
you for the people at home too. I want to be
and then-
looking for stuff.
And then the third option, and probably the most common, is to either rely on your spellcasters or magical items, which you yourself have bought, such as a potion of see invisibility, which
Oh.
is consumable. It's one use, but how often do you come up against
if you have
something that has invisibility? But in those instances where you do, and now you can see him.
Got it.
Right.
Interesting.
So
that's
part
really good.
So
yeah.
part of the key to being a high level adventurer, particularly if you're not a spellcaster, is almost having like a Batman like esque utility belt.
Shark repellent.
Yeah, of all sorts of variety of things where you say, if this situation came up, how badly would this screw me over? Let me make sure I have something that I can deal with that.
So if
That's
Bob
great
had,
advice.
if Bob had a thing he could drink, and he's in this square right here, can Bob then say he's in that square?
There's an action called point out.
Oh.
And what if Bob can see him, he say he's in that square. It's one action. Then basically
still
all
get
of
50.
you, I would put the dot on and say all of you know he's in that square. You still have the 50% miss chance, or no miss chance if it's a fireball.
But you know where he
Bob,
is.
it's one action. Yeah, it's called point.
Is it
called
if I
point
can
out.
see invisibility, is the 50% not effective to me?
No, you see him just fine.
Okay, but I just tell them.
So like,
Yeah, 'cause
it's
you're
right.
telling
So
us
this
the
is what the
square.
battlefield would look like for everybody. If you could see invisibility, Bob, this is what it would look like for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you point him out, this is what it would look like for the party.
Got it.
else.
So that's
Gotcha.
great. That's great advice, and that's why I asked that question, because I was like, I keep taking
Alternatively, by the way,
kill things.
I don't know exactly, but there might even be alchemical options.
Yeah, it's just something that you brought to my attention. We were saying, well, we're level characters now, invisibility things, flying things. I need to be looking for this stuff.
Correct, 'cause
Especially
I
as
mean-
a barbarian, not like the sorcerers.
Right, because one of the most depressing things that can happen to you because if you're low level, you're fighting goblins and orcs and stuff, and then you think you're this cool character, and then like suddenly you fight like a flying creature, and you're like, I guess I just die here.
The man
hit him.
shoots me with spikes until I die.
Okay,
Game sucks.
yeah, this game sucks, and it's one of those things where I don't want to say like lesser players, but a lot of people can get frustrated and they go, that was way too hard, DM. That was an unfun adventure. My character couldn't do anything that fight. I just sat there. Maybe it's because you made some
Poor
choices, not even really realizing that you made poor choices, but you're like, but look how high my damage bonus is. But if you can't hit, if you can't see it, if you can't get to it,
Yeah.
What's the point?
what's the point?
Right.
So, Justice Ironbriar is defeated and dead. In this office is a treasure trove of evidence.
Excellent.
That's been singed or not singed from the fireball.
No. Well, I mean,
Decidedly not singed, as they are unattended objects.
so if you go into your book and you turn,
So many books at this table.
It's at the other table.
no, your core rule book, and you turn to page 404.
Page not found.
Hey-o.
So on page 404, you can see the elemental blast focus power.
Oh, come on.
And that is what Matt can get next. And its range is 30 feet, but it's a 10-foot burst, so it's like a mini fireball instead of a 20-foot burst, or it's a 30-foot cone, or it's a 60-foot line. And you gather elemental energy and blasting your foes in one of the baskets, dealing 8d6 bludgeoning damage or fire damage if your element is fire, which yours is. The spell has your element's trait, which is fire, and then it auto heightens. It's a focus spell, which means it comes out of your focus pool, which means you get that for free every fight.
Right.
Wait, did I?
So, but
amazing.
I
hear
can't
that it
take
does-
elemental. I can't take the advanced one.
Yeah, you can.
until
No, you can take it.
now or
No, I think it's either level 8. I think it's level 8.
It's a focus
either,
5.
It's either it might be 8 or 10.
Wait, did you say it does bludgeoning damage too?
No,
Or you can pick
your-
it?
No, if your element isn't fire. So if it's like water or
okay.
earth
Yeah,
or
pushes-
air,
pu-
it does
yeah.
just bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So
So
right.
that's kind of interesting for a fire spell to do bludgeoning damage.
Well, no, but I'm saying is that's basically like a mini fireball, but it could also be a cone or it could be a line, but it's a focus spell, which means you get it for free every fight.
Right.
Actually, you'll have 2 focus points when you take it.
two
you,
per
you two
because
per.
I took the one for heal animal.
Right.
I'm not gonna
Oh
use
no,
that.
then you'll have 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
remember,
not gonna use heal
Your
animal.
pool increases.
remember, as a sorcerer, you start with 1
Yep.
pool.
1 by default.
And then you took heal companion, which increased it to 2, and then this will increase your pool to 3.
And there's nowhere in the rules that say I have to actually heal my companion.
No, it doesn't.
No.
You just have one focus pool. If Escanor took a sorcerer class and gained a focus pool, he would have 3 focus points. He could use it to lay on hands. He could use it to throw elemental balls of energy.
Yeah, right now I have 3 focus spells, but only unfortunately 2 focus
Pool points.
Pool points.
So
yes.
so right now, for elemental or hydroblast or
Pyroblast.
it's automatically heightened.
Yes, it's heightened to whatever the highest level spell you can cast is, which is 4. So
So it's 44 automatic, just like. Well,
let's take a look what it was.
It's still a regular attack against.
right now you have 2 focus points.
Right.
Tastes like tea.
It costs all focus spells cost 1 point. It is a 1 action spell. It's 30 foot. It's 1 creature. You flick your wrist and you fling fire at them. It does 4d8 damage, and it's like you have to hit them.
Hey Siri,
Can you play Flick of the Wrist?
tomorrow at 9:30, remind me to print out elemental blast.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Okay, your reminder is set for tomorrow 9:30.
Thank you.
Now, I will say also, by the way, the other option for a sorcerer, elemental sorcerer, is elemental motion, which is a focus spell which lets you blast fire out of your feet and then you can fly around.
Oh, that's
Like a
cool.
rocket.
No, Iron Man, that
Ozai.
shit,
Like
man.
Flare Led Ozai.
Yeah.
But that's at a higher level.
No, actually, you already could have taken that.
Ooh.
I think you took.
Haha, can't touch me.
I think you took summon plants
Summon plants.
or summon
Talk
plant or
to
fungi.
That was retrofitted.
Yeah, if you have fire as your elemental, you gain a fly speed equal to your speed, and it lasts for 1 minute.
Ooh.
You call upon your element to propel you. So if you have fire or air, you get fly speed. If you have earth, you get burrow speed, and if you have water, you get a swim speed. So obviously, fire and air are best. But yes, it's flying like Ozai because it's just
That's sick. That's so sick.
as a fire sorcerer.
What was that called?
That's called elemental motion.
All right.
But in order to get those, you have to take your bloodline feats from your sorcerer class feats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, okay,
So a couple of questions for me.
Yeah, let's go.
What does Wounded do?
great. So
People at home.
Stay tuned.
we'll come back.
And we're back.
And we're back. Okay, so we just took a quick little break and we're back. So the Knights of Last Call have infiltrated the sawmill. They have defeated the Skinsaw cultists that are here, and they have laid low the Justice Ironbriar, one of the paragons of Magnimar's justice system, who seems to have been the head of this cult. That's great.
Spirit of the bear everywhere.
Not even the
book
beer of the
that-
week, and he just
Now,
everywhere.
He gave
now,
me.
the fight was
So
not without
nice.
its consequences, as a lot of damage was done to the party. So first things first, Remember to, if you need to, spend your resolve to recover stamina. Outside of combat, 1 point of resolve heals all of your stamina.
All right, and we're out of combat now.
Yes.
And do I get my focus points back?
Yes, as long as we don't immediately go back into a combat, you do.
Okay.
I feel like Burl,
I
I've not
can
been
use
hitting
lay on
Burl.
hands to heal you if that's the case.
I mean, I am down hit points, but I am now at full stamina.
Yeah. So the question is, what does wounded do? So the way
Yes.
wounded works is when you become dying again, you start with dying 1 plus whatever your wounded value
Okay.
is.
So it doesn't do anything to me while I'm alive. Only should I
But
go to the dying state again.
explain how wounded goes down.
Right. So once you're wounded, the way that you can recover from being wounded is if someone uses medicine to actually like surgically bind your wounds and use the treat wounds action on you, or if you are magically healed to full HP.
Oh, excellent.
So if someone can magically heal you through potions or through lay on hands or the like, that will also remove your wounded condition.
Can I treat wounds myself?
You can.
Because I do have a medicine of 12.
Do you have a medicine kit?
I do not.
Then you cannot.
There we go.
But I have some more potions if you need them.
Yeah, I'm down 17 hit points.
Yeah, jam it
so
in his.
When are one of these bad boys?
I'll-
Jam it in.
I will enjoy all of the healing, but I heard there was some lay on hands. I don't know what is our most effective.
Well, also remember too
That's-
that the
okay, I found
alchemist
it.
gets 18 free potions a day.
Oh my God, I will drink the
Oh no,
That's not true.
21.
Until my
Oh,
belly
I'm
is
sorry,
full.
It's also
21.
not true.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 50.
You get 7 infusions a day. Each infusion can make 3.
That's
21.
Okay, yeah, I
did
didn't
the
use
math
them
real
all
quick.
for that though.
Wait, did you
He's
not make 21 potions?
underprepared.
Did you
I
not make
didn't.
21 potions?
Not
But
of
not-
elixir,
but not
not
all
elixir of
21.
life.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
sorry,
but you
sorry,
can make
yeah, yeah.
21
I can make
things a day.
I can make these things up.
and you're not even an alchemist.
Yeah.
I mean, you,
I mean, I was.
Damn.
He was.
I mean, I dabble. I dabble.
Yeah, I dabble in archery.
well, keep in mind. Well, keep in,
You're more of a mind
so
fucker, right?
keep in mind that the normal alchemist, like their weapon is their bomb, and they're throwing multiple bombs
Yeah.
around and then each round of fight, they might throw 4 or
6,
5
7,
bombs
yeah.
per fight.
I lied. You got plus 6 HP last time to
All
whatever
right.
I gave you.
I would have still been at -1, so nothing changes.
No. What?
He's talking about the potion that brought you
Oh,
back.
yeah, I
up
would
to-
have gotten
Yeah, it's
up.
3d6
Okay.
plus
Yeah.
6
Oh.
plus 1.
All right, so I'm at 20 out of 31 then.
Okay.
I was saying,
But here we go.
If I do lay hands, it only gives you 6.
Oh, what a weak roll.
So wait, I have a question.
15 health.
Yeah, that puts me at full.
So,
Yeah.
so once you're
Wounded
healed,
valued.
now your wounded goes to 0.
Excellent.
Yeah.
But I only have one more potion of elixir of life,
I
I have
everybody.
a flavor question.
Yeah. go
Okay.
for it.
Flavor.
Does Azius hand the potion to
Gwildor.
Gwildor?
I do
and he
now.
Drinks it, or do you jam it down his throat?
The
Well,
first time I did.
Gwildor's conscious now, so
Yeah.
I would hope.
The question remains.
The first time I did it, hey,
Chug.
hey, little buddy. Hey, here you go. And the second time, I'm like,
Drink up.
Here, take a
Thanks,
sip
sweetie.
of this.
take us this.
All right.
Actually,
Thanks, sweetie.
I was making sure he didn't just.
I feel like, Derek, we should do a 50-50 shot if that was moonshine that I gave him or not.
All
And
right.
suddenly your status is drunk 1.
I'm also going to use my drain bonded item to restore a first level spell slot of True Strike.
Okay,
which
great.
is normally a free action, so I assume I have time.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it in the initiative too. So it's totally fine.
Let's look around this shit.
All right, so
Shithole.
so it appears that Justice Ironbriar has been leading a double life. In addition to his facade as a high-level judiciary in Magnimar, it appears that Ironbriar is also the head of a cult of Norgorber based in Magnimar, known as the Skinsaw Cult. Dedicated to the god of murder, they have been leading, the Skinsaw Cult believes that each murder shapes and changes destiny ever so slightly, that each murder is part of some grand plan of their god, and that by killing someone before they can go, it's like Hydra's plan in Captain America, Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
that if you kill the right people, that you can like shape the future.
Shape destiny.
Right.
I don't disagree with that. I mean, I don't like it, but it does happen.
Sure.
I would say if you kill like Hitler before he did
Exactly,
anything,
right, but-
Holocaust doesn't happen, right?
But they kill a lot of people, and,
Right.
and so it's all, according to them, it's all part of this big master like Pepe Sylvia plan. Now, but according to Ironbriar's notes, it seems that about a couple years ago, he became obsessed, in love with a beautiful woman by the name of Xanesha.
Go on.
Oh, that's why you
That's
ticked
it.
him
You got a little
off.
ticked off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as soon as you said that,
The journal goes on to reveal that someone known as Lovely Xanesha has stolen his heart and provided him with a new method of murder. Similar to the letter that you read in Aldern's crypt. You see that it is this Xanesha which has instructed Ironbriar in the methods of the Sihedron rune. She has also, it seems, instructed him to go on a killing spree in the name of some unknown powerful lord, stating that it was all part of Nor Gorber's plans. It seems that this Xanesha co-opted this cult, this murder cult, and taught them all this ritual so that they would start carving the names of it into it. You see in the journal that Xanesha has provided Ironbriar with a list of people, victims that she wishes could, basically like their top 10 list.
Jeez.
You see that the top name on this list is none other than Mayor Groberos.
Oh. Yeah, he seemed like a greedy son of a bitch.
Now,
I mean,
there's not a lot
Mayor
of information about Xanesha in the journal, but the book does reveal that he has visited her dozens of times for their trysts at a place known as the Shadow Clock, a location that you are familiar with.
You as in the party or you as in...
Tim at Gwildor, because he's from Magnimar.
Gotcha.
The Shadow Clock is a large, ancient clockwork bell tower situated in an area of the town known as the Underspire. Remember how Magnimar is built around this gigantic bridge?
Okay.
Well, there's a neighborhood, a district called the Underbridge, which is
Underneath it.
right. It's perpetually in shadow.
Okay.
It's like where the poorest of the poor live.
The
It's the most
slums.
destitute. It's the slums. And this Shadow Clock is sort of like kind of right in the middle of it.
Okay.
And it's this ancient, decrepit, falling apart tower that no one even goes into. The city condemned it years and years ago because people kept dying. It used to be like a, like kind of like a local rite of passage. Go into the Shadow Clock, see if you can reach the top and ring the bell. But like dozens of kids died because like the inside is falling apart. The stairways are collapsed. So eventually they boarded it up, shut it down. Well, it seems, according to these notes from Ironbriar, that is where Xanesha has been keeping her lair. But again, his notes are very, very kind of sus. And as you read through it, Gwildor, trained as you are in the arcane arts.
Using a magic hand because I would never damage the evidence.
Gotcha.
Mage hand.
You begin to
Bravo.
suspect Ironbriar was a bad dude. Like his ledgers indicate that he has been killing people in the name of the Skinsaw murderers for years. Xanesha came in and sort of like stole his heart and said, hey, you should kill people like on my list and you should carve this thing in. And he was like, yeah, that sounds great.
I check his body. Was his heart literally stolen by her?
No. But
Can we get a
as you
check on
check
that?
his body and you kind of cross-reference it with the journal, you get the suspicion that this guy may have been heavily charmed by
Does it
her.
detect magic?
Not to not be a murderer. He was already a murderer.
Sure.
But he was charmed enough to follow her guidance or instructions.
Right. And it's almost like he doesn't seem to have ever mentioned her to the rest of the cult.
Oh, so he was just interacting with her and then giving out the
Yes.
instructions to the rest of his
Right.
gang.
So it's like Xanesha took him over. And by taking him over, took over the
His
whole
people.
cult.
Well, now I have some theories
So,
about Xanesha.
right. So now this is a treasure trove of evidence, enough if he wasn't already dead, to put him away for many, 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 many hundreds of years, if not lifestyle. However,
well, we'll see if the Senate. can
However,
connect.
as you guys examine the scene, including what I assume to be detect magic spells,
Yes.
you do detect a number of magical auras.
oh,
I believe I have the Crafter's Appraisal feat, which would allow me to determine the most important item. Yes, I do have Crafter's Appraisal. Let me look it up really quickly.
Okay.
Continue.
What are you doing, Matt?
I got
He's ready.
he's just ready to roll at any moment's notice.
detect magic at the ready.
Okay, well, yes. So detecting magic, detects the presence of magic, and through it, between Ironbriar and his cultists, you detect a number of magical auras in this chamber.
Please tell me it is not on the creepy skin face masks.
Okay. Well, for starters,
Gnome faces.
all of the skin face masks are magical.
Oh God!
Yeah, I told you.
Wow.
I told-
How many are there?
At least a dozen from in this room.
So if we put it on, we get a little bit of
yeah, I mean,
boost?
you're wearing
Get a little bit of who knows.
a little bit of what?
Boost?
Hit the,
Boost of what?
I don't know.
turbo.
Magic.
I mean, yeah.
Hubba hubba.
I mean, it's super evil.
I can't. As a paladin, I refuse to wear it, and I refuse all of you to wear it in my party.
I put on all 12.
It looked gross anyway. I'm already
It appears
hideous.
to be an APG feat, so I cannot see it in my book.
Fair enough. Well,
Oh, wait.
We won't. Don't
Please
worry about it.
don't
I
worry
don't
about it.
I don't care about it. Gwildor and Burl are able to determine
Yeah, I'm more than willing. Just
that between the cultists, their weapons and their armor, along with what was on Justice Ironbriar and in his locker, you find the following. You find 2 pieces of, and we won't worry about this too much because you guys have, you can't do it right now, but you can do it after the adventure.
Okay.
You find 2 +1 potency runes on armor.
Ooh.
Now, Escanor, your armor already has a +1 potency rune on it.
Correct. So I can't double up on it.
You can't double up on it. So if you put this into your armor, it'll increase the armor class by 1. You also find a suit. This is what Ironbriar was wearing. Now remember, it's not actually a rune stone, so it's in their armor, which means you're going to need a craft check to extract the rune and put it into another piece.
unless it fits. If it fits.
Yeah, that's technically true. Yes,
If it fits,
So
all
right. So
must-
technically,
What kind of armor is
yeah.
it?
So technically, you find 2 suits of +1 leather armor.
Just leather.
Okay, yes. Then Ironbriar is wearing +1 resilient hide armor. So you have 2 suits of +1 leather armor, and then 1 suit of +1 resilient hide armor. Okay. Now, what does resilient do? Remember how like your weapons get the striking runes, and that makes you do more damage.
Okay.
Armor gets resilient runes. So the +1 makes the armor class go up by 1.
Okay.
And being resilient makes all of your saves go up by 1.
Oh, very nice.
Hide armor, if you can remind me, versus chainmail, which is what I wear.
Sure. I mean, it's
The hide would be, I would assume, less than
It's
the
more
chainmail.
agile than chainmail.
Yeah, it's
Correct.
I think it's
But the
lower
the
AC.
so
armor class would go down.
chainmail
Yeah,
provides
that sounds
4
right, Tim.
points of armor class, but it allows for 1 point of dexterity. Hide armor provides 3 points of armor class, but it allows for 2 points of dexterity. Meaning, if your dexterity is 14 or higher, what's your dexterity?
12.
Then you would lose a point of armor class if you were hide.
So, but we can take off that rune and put it onto your armor if you
Correct.
chose to. choose to.
Or,
But it takes
Or someone could-
it takes
It takes time, right? So we can't do it right now, but let's take the
Someone
armor
could
with
wear
us.
it
Well,
right now.
hide armor, you need to be proficient in medium armor.
Oh, okay.
As a sorcerer, you're not proficient in any armor.
I am unarmored.
you can't wear
Oh,
shit.
oh shit!
But I do have magical crafting, so I could probably move the rune for us.
Then I have crafting.
He has
as
crafting
well,
as well.
yeah.
I would say so. We
Nice.
have 2
But
crafters
it's
that
just-
can remove
there's
it,
no
but
time.
can't use it right
It's a
now.
time
So
thing.
I'll
well, I
carry
mean,
it.
you might have the time, but I mean,
We could deal with it
we
after.
might,
No, no, no.
might not have real time.
yeah.
Okay,
I'll-
just load it up.
I'll
Okay.
carry it, and I'll take it on with me.
You also find a Rune Stone. So these you can use right away. And inside is a Fear Rune. So if you put this into your weapon will become a +1 striking maul of fear.
dun dun dun. Now, does that go off of intimidation then?
No, it's when you crit, you make someone frightened too.
Oh, okay. So anybody crit does. Okay.
Wow.
I don't want to say anything, guys, but I seem to be critting a lot these days.
I don't think I should take it as a -1 to hit.
Yeah, no.
Dagger of not going to happen. So someone else should
If anything
take it.
strikes fear, it's destiny
I
and
would
the
say
heart.
It would be one of us or Villic. Would be the only ones
true.
that would be.
But I
really
don't see him around here.
unless the bow.
Wilder, do you have any suggestions?
My bow is already magical, and I'm good. I'm still a primary spellcaster.
I don't need your shitty ass fucking shit.
Okay.
I think Destiny would be a good one because you have a
We
a
can
high
figure out
attack.
later. We could put
Well,
it.
Well, he could do it right now.
he said I have time, right? How much time does it take to?
Well, remember, I mean, Xanesha's not trying to free Malfa Sheknor. So she, in fact, she probably doesn't even know that you guys are in the city.
I'll put that fear ruin into my.
I would say I would put it
hammer.
onto Destiny.
Okay,
I think
well,
that seems
into
to
my
be the
maul.
best
All
spot.
right, so add to Destiny a greater fear rune or a greater fear effect. So it is now a +1 striking maul of greater fear.
Very
now-
nice.
now
If
that-
I crit, I do fear 1.
No, frighten 2.
Frightened.
Frighten 2.
If you crit, they get if you crit, they get knocked down and they're frightened 2.
Oh, because I
You make them prone
Yep.
and they get frightened 2.
Savagery.
So what you're
Oh,
telling me
and
is
they're probably dead because you probably just did 100 damage.
True.
so what you're telling me is they're in the fetal position screaming for their mama at
Yeah,
this
that's
point.
basically right.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if they're afraid because they just got hit for 100 or if because of the magical effect. Yes, that's
You know,
correct.
who
Don't
knows?
worry
Let's
about
go
it.
with both and say it's a day.
Don't worry about it.
You also find a 2 arcane scroll. Well, they're not arcane; they're just scrolls.
2 scrolls. I would
A
assume that's
scroll
gonna
of Wall of
This is like,
Stone and a scroll of Acid Storm.
It's like heavy paper.
Nice. Acid Storm sounds more up your alley.
You're fine with
They're both
scrolls?
arcane and primal.
Nice.
So I'm a-
primal.
I'm a
You're a
primal
primal
cat.
cat.
Meaning,
I
no,
am
both of
arcane.
these spells are arcane
Yeah,
and
they're on
primal.
both our
so
lists.
you could both use these spells.
Oh.
They're on
So-
his list and your list.
Fight.
So, no, metagame. Tim, you are also a primal caster,
No.
No, I'm an
I'm-
arcane caster, but these spells are available to both the arcane and primal school.
which just so happens that's both of our.
Yes.
our
Now,
Correct.
also meta question.
Yeah.
In combat, let's say Burrow has both of these scrolls in his possession. Is there an action to toss one to Guldor?
Yeah, I think
So that like
possible.
so if he just happens to have one that he wants to use
Yeah,
at the
He
time.
would have to use an action, take the scroll out, and then he would have to use an action to toss it to Guldor.
Which would
Okay.
be
And if he was right
acrobats,
next to him,
okay.
it'd probably be no check. If he was, lobbing it across the battlefield,
You
Hail
have to see
Mary
if he actually
style,
makes it,
we have to make
right.
some sort of skill
Okay.
check.
Now,
I'm
all
just
that being
asking.
said,
unless it were like a fireball, Kobe.
I'm just asking because which one did you guys see that would make the most sense for
Yes.
each of you to take?
right now, all that being said, as a prepared caster and a wizard specifically with a spell book, I can make checks to turn scrolls into spells that I just know forever and could prepare every day.
The problem
So
with this,
if-
both
if
of
we
these
ha-
are level 5 or level
Well,
6
so
spells.
I could not learn
So
either
you
of
can't
them
even
yet.
learn
Gotcha.
them yet.
Oh,
These are more
if-
powerful than you're capable of casting.
If they were of Tim's level, we could take a moment and he could learn them.
Yeah,
and
he
add
could
them to
he
the-
can
Right.
learn from the scroll and then write the formula into his book, and then he could memorize it.
Well, in that case,
What are you guys doing with that paper?
But they're
Just
high
figure it
level.
out.
I will take the Wall of Stone.
Yeah.
Because I think the Acid Storm sounds like it's right up your alley.
Acid Storm,
yeah.
Acid Arrow. Yeah, makes
Yes.
sense.
So
so
it's a scroll of Acid Storm, and it's a scroll of Wall of Stone, Tim. And then the last thing in the Footlocker, or I'm sorry, on Ironbriar, is a potion of quickness.
ooh, is that haste?
Yep, it makes you haste it for 1 minute.
All right, so
But wait, it's a scroll
It's a potion.
potion.
Nice.
I don't want it.
that's quite a haul, gentlemen.
Yeah, definitely one of those two should get it.
Yeah. So
What was it again?
A potion of quickness.
So
Nope.
I can cast haste on some people. As time goes on, I can cast it on more people, which is good. But
You take
Same.
it. You take
potion-
it.
You want me to take it?
Yes.
All right, I will take the potion of quickness then.
Okay, great.
Nice.
If you drink it, you get 4 actions for the rest of the combat, basically.
One of
that's
which
cool.
can only be used to stride or strike.
Right. The hasted action can only be used for movement or attacking.
Okay, so and reaction, it doesn't give me an extra
It
reaction.
does not give you an extra reaction.
Okay.
Just an extra.
You got it.
And remember,
All right, that's fine. I will take the potion of quick, and that
that's
counts as an action to drink it.
It's an action to drink it, and then you'll get an extra action. And then for the rest of the combat, when your turn starts, you'll get 4 actions instead
Gotcha.
of 3.
So it lasts about
it lasts
a
about
minute.
a minute.
Okay.
So it lasts pretty much a whole fight. It might last 5 minutes, but
and so how does Resolve work for restoring spell slots? You said
So,
it's my level worth of spell levels.
outside of combat,
Yep,
which
which we
you
are.
so when you have a moment to actually kind of, like a 1 minute, you spend 1 resolve and you get back your level in spell slots. So in other words, you would get back 7 spell levels, which could be a 4th level slot and a 3.
Yeah.
Right. So
Or-
I'm going to do
Or
your
all
ones
of your
and
ones. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
So
So I'm going to do that.
In your case, though, Tim, you have to get back specific spells.
yes. So I'm going to get
It's as simple as Matt, where you just get back.
I'm going to get
Slots.
back. So I'm going to spend my 4th and final resolve
So you're out of resolve. Okay.
to get back 7 levels of
Okay, great.
spells.
Well, the good news is by beating Ironbriar and defeating the Skinsaw Cult, you guys do gain a hero point.
Yeah, buddy.
So now you guys have a choice to make.
Okay.
Now, the Justice Ironbriar is killed.
Right.
He seems to have been the head of this murderous cult,
Okay.
the Skinsaw Cult. Now, there's still probably agents, dozens of agents. This was just their headquarters throughout the city, maybe even throughout the wider area. But the bigger problem seems to be, so that's technically a problem. But you have decapitated the head of this cult. But more importantly, you guys kind of came here after Xanesha.
Correct.
Xanesha was the one behind Aldern's transformation. She's the one behind the Sihedron Ritual, the carving of the 7-pointed star into people's chests.
Okay.
And she's the one who mentioned that this was all being done to siphon those greedy souls to serve her master. And you guys have been kind of caught up in this wider conspiracy. So Xanesha is what you came here for.
Correct.
And now you have a clue due to Gwildor's kind of decryption of his ledger, his journal, about where she is. But she doesn't know that Justice Ironbriar is dead. She doesn't know that she may have been compromised. So you guys can either go and take a rest, but that might give her time.
Nope.
Or you can press on and go straight to the Shadow Tower.
Forward.
In which case, everyone will get back. Will gain 1 resolve because you
Hell yeah.
guys are like determined and moving on.
Nope. Let's do it,
So
gentlemen.
everybody gains 1 resolve, and you guys will head to the Shadow Tower, which gives you the chance of maybe catching Xanesha before she, I don't know, flees.
Yeah, can we send Villic also to go check on the mayor?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right,
you go
sounds
get
good.
A
Yeah, that sounds
scouting
good.
report. Yeah, exactly.
No. I mean, the mayor was at the top of her list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
correct.
in.
All right.
Villic, you go do that. We're going to go to the Shadow Tower.
So, the Knights of Last Call leave Kyver's Isle and the 7 Sawmill and make their way back into Magnimar. Led by the expertise of Gwildor, you make your way through the city. Night has begun to fall on the city, and the flickering lights of flames in various lanterns and torches throughout the city begin to pop up, but not where you're headed. You're headed to Underspire, a darkened place where even the city lamplighters do not travel. The city's destitute and poor gather here underneath the collapsed arches of the magnificent Ire Span. But even in the dimming darkness, standing like a silhouette, jagged above the squalor of the slums, is the massive 200-foot-tall shadow clock, a testament to greater times and perhaps braver adventures. This once magnificent clock tower has now fallen into ruin and disrepair.
Do you have dark vision?
I do.
Okay. So then, in preparation of the nightfall and the lack of lanterns, I will be carrying a torch in my free hand then, because I
all
cannot.
the rest of us are dark vision.
I was like, you guys all have dark vision, right?
Indeed.
yeah.
Yes,
So-
two dwarves and a gnome, an umbral gnome.
Yeah. So I don't have dark vision. I am blind as a bat without a torch. So I will brandish a torch in my open hand
I
with
will
my
keep
shield.
that in mind for the future and maybe start learning
Nick,
and
with the
preparing
shield, though,
dark
right?
vision for you.
Yeah, the shield does not encumber me from holding a torch, as it is basically bound to my hand due to my nimble.
Nimble shield or something.
Yeah, it's
Very nice.
nimble shield hand. Yes.
Nice.
Hidden beneath the grimy blackened Goliath that is the Ire Span, the lesser works of men huddle like weeds at the foot of great trees that are the ruined bridge's massive stone supports. And near one of these supports leans a decrepit and sagging clock tower, a dying structure made of weathered stone, wood, and rusted metal that teeters and twists its way up to a seemingly improbable 180 feet. High above, near the tower's roof, the scaffolding sits mere dozens of feet from the very under arches of the great bridge overhead. The shadow clock itself is a minor marvel of engineering. In fact, the fact that it hasn't collapsed is quite the shock itself. And anyone with crafting train can tell you that this thing is structurally unstable.
You guys want me to knock it down?
Noted.
Gwildor, you're
Poke it.
it's still a tower.
Just poke it hard and run.
The tower, as Gwildor informs you, there have been standing bets for many, many years about when the clock collapses, how many people will it kill?
Oh damn! So they gotta.
The stone walls are etched by wind, rain, and grime, and the pitted surface it makes it look like it would be an easy climb if it weren't for the fact that many of the tower's stones are loose, and there have been numbers of deaths over the years from people who have attempted to climb it. Inside is not much safer, Gwildor, as you know, for their inside is a crumbling edifice structure, a massive hollow chamber with a ringed stairway that makes its way up to the top of the tower and the great bells that light there. However, the structure inside is known to have been collapsing for many, many years. And again, after a series of deaths, the tower was condemned. Nonetheless, according to your notes, this is where Xanesha makes her lair, and it seems perfect. A high place in a place of slums, left alone, but yet with an air of opulence standing out over these lesser beings.
It makes you wonder though if the people that went in there to ring the challenge to ring the bell actually died because of the structure or because of what's in the structure.
Possible.
You guys want me just to knock this bitch down?
Put some explosives around
I
it.
think a
demolition blast.
70 athletics checks.
Enough time.
How many dice can you roll?
Oh no, that's just to do a hit.
We can just keep swinging. Hey, that to me says it's structurally sound. We could just keep going.
So,
D70.
in a little bit of a throwback to our Dragon's Delve, can I create a wall of stone as a ramp that leads up 120 feet of this tower?
No.
Absolutely, you can.
No. Okay.
No,
Good attempt, though. Good attempt.
Just figured I'd check.
All right, so how many?
And even if you could, I don't think the wall of stone would even get close to 120 feet.
It says it's 120 feet long and 20 feet high.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
20 feet high.
It could like maybe go like straight up, but it's a
Oh,
vertical
see, I was
curtain.
thinking it would be, I would, turn it on its side.
no.
So it's 20 feet wide.
No, because it wouldn't be supported by anything.
It's geometry
Fair
now.
enough. Every square has to be supported. Got it.
Yes, or at least every other square.
All right. So how many entrances do we see
what
to
do we
the
see?
clock tower?
Well, as you look upon it, I mean, it's not that big. It looks like there's the main entrance, which is just a broken set of wooden doors. There's sort of like a police caution kind of tape. It's like, the yellow.
We can ignore that.
Yeah, the yellow
On my
tape.
authority.
The yellow
Thank you,
tape.
Gwildor.
That's thing. But even then, the door itself is already ajar.
Okay.
So once you just like pull down the police tape, you
just
can
walk
just walk
right in.
right through.
All
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
let's avoid notice and work our way through this.
Yes. About how long do I think it would take to scale the tower on the rickety stairs?
I don't know. It depends on how bad a shape they are. Maybe 10 minutes.
Well, the question is, do we go up or do we see if there's a way to go down?
To your
What?
knowledge, to your knowledge, there's no basement.
Yeah, as
Okay.
far as I know, there's no basement,
Okay.
so I believe up. However, if we are going to avoid notice, I can cast a spell that will render us all invisible for the next 10 minutes.
Ooh.
I mean, that would work.
So
10 minutes of invisibility. But
You have
we have
4
to be,
invisibilities?
no, it is invisibility sphere. It is a third level spell, and within a 10-foot emanation of me for 10 minutes,
Will Hunter-
all creatures are rendered invisible.
we
Wait,
huddle-
what's everybody's speed, right? 25, 20?
20.
25, yeah.
What's your speed?
What
20.
does the speed
20.
matter?
Well, he's just wondering how fast we can get
How
up
fast
the
we can get up the
steps.
steps?
You
20
said, you said
speed.
how many minutes we get to take us to get to the
your
top.
speed doesn't really matter.
Well,
so-
it's a DM choice.
Either way.
Yeah,
As
your
we
choice.
begin to
200
ascend the
feet.
tower,
what
I
I'm
will
saying.
cast
I
invisibility
mean,
sphere.
let's put it this way.
Because remember, we hustled to get to the farm.
Right. Well, right. But I'm just saying. So normally you move 250 feet a minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
What's your speed?
It's 20.
Right. So that's in a round.
Yeah.
Which there's 10 rounds in a minute.
So he'd be 20,
So you 200
20 feet in a minute.
Yeah.
200
Or
feet a
200
minute.
Okay.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
So even if you moved half speed,
So
We still would be able to make it up
if
in
you
time with
want,
under
then
his invisibility
Gwildor, we
cloak.
could go up to the top.
Yes,
Yes.
I think that's
And
a great.
We can see each other in this, but other
Oh.
creatures couldn't see us.
Oh, even
Sweet.
better. Let's
All right.
do it.
now keep in mind that this does not make you quiet.
Correct.
Or not, it's just like that cleric.
So then we do it to do half speed to avoid
You still need, now. Here's the thing: if you're not avoiding notice,
Yeah.
then you're just moving around. You're invisible, and any creature
all
is
right.
going to be like, "What? There's something crunching through here."
And as we're searching, we also go half speed, correct?
Yeah. Well-
so we should have one person searching,
Well-
one person, or everybody else avoiding notice, or
well,
does
no,
the person
if you're
searching?
searching, you're not being stealthy.
Gwildor,
Okay.
what do you think we should do?
Well, I
mean,
we
the
should
element of
attempt to
surprise would
quiet
be
while
pretty
climbing,
baller.
Yeah, we should absolutely attempt to be quiet while we scale these stairs.
I'm
We're
good
only
with that.
going with half speed.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go up the tower.
So invisibility
invisible.
sphere.
Invisibility sphere
we
is
walk
cast.
in.
All right. So Gwildor clasps his hands together, and a sort of bluish white sphere emanates out from him. And when it is passed, you guys kind of look at each other, and you're kind of.
Is it working?
You're a little translucent when you look at your party members. Like you can see like the outline of them, but like to everybody else, whoomp, the air bends and blurs, and then you guys disappear from
This is
view.
usually when I'm drunk.
So
Same
stay within
thing.
10 feet of me.
Okay. All right. So you enter, and inside, the clock tower itself is kind of squarish in shape.
Okay.
And the air inside the clock tower is dusty and dry. Swaths of rubble and mounds of plaster lie in heaps all over the stone floor, particularly in the southwest corner. Overall, the base of the tower is probably about 50 feet by 50 feet. But as you look up, there's just empty space that goes up for over 150 feet. And you can see that there's a ringed wooden staircase that sort of makes its way up. And after about 150 feet, it looks like it finally reaches some sort of wooden floor with a trap door in the bottom of it, although it's kind of beyond the range of your dark vision, whereupon you reach the belfry where the bells are held.
My arch nemesis.
Yes.
Stairs.
High overhead. Actually, from here you can see the 4 massive bronze bells that hang in the clock tower. However, as you enter,
How much time do we have before we enter into this big
A couple
10 minutes.
Okay.
At least
Then
until
I'd
we
like
get up
to,
there.
cast Barkskin, my
Sure.
second level spell on all of these 3 guys, as using up all 3 of my.
And yourself?
That may not do anything for them, Matt.
What gives them 2 resistance to bludgeoning and piercing?
Oh, well, it
Weakness
does
3 to
that.
fire.
Well, it does that. And resistance. Oh, no, it makes it worse for fire.
Yes, because you're made of bark.
So don't fireball.
Don't fireball.
while we do
Please,
that.
no fireball.
Oh, okay. I thought it improves your armor class. Okay.
I could also cast resist energy if we knew what they were going to hit us with.
Yeah, well, we
all
don't
right,
know
Matt.
that, so wait on
So yeah,
that
it would
one.
give you guys resistance 2. Okay.
Can I do encouraging words
So
to
by
get
the way,
them above?
this is another reason to keep a combat sheet. Is you can also easily write down all the spells that are currently affecting you.
And I'm going to cast from my Staff of Abjuration, resist energy fire on myself.
Okay. It's hard to tell what the collapsed rooms at the base of this tower were once used for, but as you enter in, trying to keep quiet, even those of you with no training in tracking can't help but notice the appearance of huge footprints throughout.
Huge?
Large.
Okay.
No, it's a common D&D problem where you make a statement and
I
it
do it all
means,
the time.
it means
Can-
something in D&D.
Can I take back my most recent action?
No, you cast Barkskin.
You're good. You're good.
We're good.
I'd like to give Tim Barkskin, and I'd like to enlarge these 2 guys.
No, you gave us Barkskin.
No, we're Barkskin. It's already done. Don't worry about it. It's cool.
Now, after you talked with the feet print, you could talk about that.
Yeah.
I have no
Keep in
more
mind,
second
Tim,
level
what
spells.
cancels their invisibility? A hostile action?
Hostile action, or basically the beginning of combat. It says it ends at the end of the first round of combat, no matter what.
Okay.
At the end of first round.
And if they move more than 10 feet away from you.
And if they move more than 10 feet away.
we're all
great.
and if
we're all
anyone
close
does
to
something
huddle.
hostile, it ends for all of us.
Oh.
My spell it ends.
Okay,
Oh.
great.
Okay.
So you're all
That's
linked.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Interesting.
Now, as you enter in and you guys see the base of the rickety wood footprints, you see shuffling over in the one corner, emerging from behind a pile of debris, a massive creature, somewhere between large and huge,
5 foot 13.
looking like something out of a child's nightmare. You see a horrific creature, a golem, constructed out of the flesh of perhaps dozens and dozens of victims. The creature lurks about, its face a gruesome visage of a parody of what a human face should look like.
It's not a giant.
No.
Can I
According to
make
me.
a lore check?
Say if it was a giant, I don't know if I can control myself.
So it looks like that.
Okay. He's just a little big.
Yeah, Tim, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
All right.
Recall knowledge with Arcana.
26.
Tim, this is a flesh golem. They are constructs made, in this case, all golems are constructs made out of a material, stone or iron or wood or flesh. Flesh golems are one of the lesser forms, but like all flesh golems, they are mostly immune to magic.
Yep. That is what I suspected.
Yes.
Damn.
However, the creature, what was that noise? Does not see you because you guys are.
We're invisible.
And he's on the first level.
Yeah, he's like the guard, but you guys can just.
You can just skip them.
You guys can just.
You guys want to just go buy him?
Yeah. I mean, we're milestone based,
We just
right?
kind of
Let's
just
go.
do these. We just kind of do this.
Milestone based.
Don't meta this, Tim. We just kind of point up.
I mean, we're definitely here to sneak around. So
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
Well, no.
let's
What
get
Tim is
past that.
saying is you don't get experience for killing
Yeah.
creatures.
No, I
anyways.
understand
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but his point, it's meta.
All right, Tim.
Yes.
You and the group begin moving up again at half speed because you
Correct.
guys are stealth.
Got to be quiet.
Luckily, most of your party is small. Nonetheless, you guys make your way cautiously, and you are. Most of your party is small. You guys make your way carefully and quietly up the stairs. You bypass several more faceless stalkers,
Oh God.
Oh, shit.
including the ones that were going to drop the bells on you.
Oh well, thank God for the invisibility spell.
As you guys just keep making your way up. All right.
Slowly but surely.
Sure.
doing nothing but drinking.
All right. At long last,
And suddenly they hear the. What was that?
Oh, no.
so the inner wall of this vast space is traversed by a winding wooden stair supported by an intricate network of wooden beams, but lacking, in many stretches, handrails or any other sort of enclosure. In certain places, sometimes even 2 or 3 stairs are missing, or either partially or completely gone altogether.
Tread lightly, everyone.
Feels like this would have been a nightmare to fight on these stairs. So you just keep moving up.
Is it a spiral?
Yeah. But it's like around the edge of the tower.
I gotta ask, how mad are you that he did a invisibility
Derek
spell?
loves that stuff.
I'm gonna cast a grease spell on the rest of those stairs.
You know we have to go back down those, right?
Well, we'll make it.
Later.
We'll just jump and I'll feather fall. All right.
As you guys make your way past a particular sketchy stretch, Burl turns around, covers the ground with grease.
Let's not go this way on the retreat.
Sounds good.
Don't forget that.
Let's rope our way out the
write
window.
that down. Don't forget that.
Finally, you reach the top where 4 immense bronze bells hang from timbers here, affixed by rusting lengths of chain and thick ropes. Above the bells are massive gears and clockwork, all rusted and scavenged. Many of the smaller components are missing entirely. The rickety wooden stairs wind up and around them, but don't quite reach the ceiling here as they go through an opening in the nearby wall. So basically, like the stairs go up around the bells. Like the bells are so big, the stairs continue to like wrap around the bells, and then eventually the stairs kind of like exit through the wall.
Oh.
So
Okay.
all right. Creatures are here, but you bypass them entirely.
We're actually on the top floor now?
No,
No.
You're just making your way around the bells.
going.
Yeah, we're in the bell tower, still going up the winding steps.
Yep.
going.
All right. Finally, you reached where the stairs have been headed. All right, here we go.
Hey guys, I gotta say, this is a great way to save stamina and hit points.
Yes.
And not fighting the bad guys.
And
is
time
always
on
a
our
good-
podcast in general.
Thank you, Quildor.
That's what I'm here for.
This was a great
I
idea.
don't know how long it could have took us to get through this. Could have been there for hours.
On the way back, we should just cut the bells loose and kill everything below us so we don't have to fight them on our way out.
Just you wait.
All right.
Kobe.
Finally, the stairs emerge to the very top of the tower. And while there is a wooden roof constructed over the tower, it has broken away and collapsed enough that there's basically almost like open slats on the walls. There's not even really walls here. If you imagine, it's flat, and then there's like
The arch base or the trusses.
yeah, the trusses. But the roof is missing.
Okay.
Giving you a dizzying view of the city underneath you and the underbridge.
Okay.
The conical roof supports in the center an onyx statue of an angel, which once was the top part of this. So if you can imagine, like, and then you got the sort of
Okay.
So this is like
Right in the middle of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So that's your hatched area in the middle there. Okay. What's the floor made of? Wood? Okay.
Towering like some sort of god, this angel feature, her weathered features are caked with grime, making her seem almost demonic now in countenance. At the far end of this chamber, hidden in a hollow space underneath the roof, you see a nest of cushions, silk sheets, magnificent platinum candelabras, a mirror gilded with gold, books, numerous well-made chests, some of which are sealed, others which are thrown open, and you can see exquisite gowns made of silk and other gossamer materials. There is a little vanity with a beautiful mirror and this beautiful area. Again, there's almost like a harem, with the cushions are all on the ground. There's like a platter full of like grapes and fruit, and it's just kind of like lovingly piled into the one corner of the chamber. All right, but you guys are invisible.
Right. So do we see
So
anybody
now-
there in the harem area?
So now, you guys go ahead and make your stealth checks.
Hold on.
Wait. Bob is telling us to wait.
I want to load this steps up
Okay, so all right, with what?
with demolition
All
charge.
right, So Bob makes it so that there's no retreat for you guys.
Yes.
Guys, we're not getting out of this. I'm sorry.
3 acid flax, 1 bolt of lightning.
Maybe
All right.
you guys won't.
All right.
He's gonna
Bob, booby traps
prepare.
your only escape. All right.
I just want to make sure
Yes.
I did
After
that.
it was
Wait.
previously booby trapped by Grease from Burl.
Grease is not a booby trap.
Wait,
That shit is really weak.
I do have a question though. Does he have to perform a check to undo the booby traps that he sets?
Yeah.
We are so fucked, guys. We are so
Don't worry about it,
fucked.
guys.
right.
I loaded up.
Yeah,
So
we're fine.
you guys enter into this
Acid.
this top area of the clock tower. There's this angelic statue in the middle. There's sort of this beautiful silked
Harem
bedroom,
area.
and everyone make a stealth check.
Okay. Sorry about that, Derek. I just wanted to make sure I got in there.
I understand.
Gwildor got a 24.
Okay.
I blew it for us, guys. Nat 1.
What is the total?
I need a total.
It's based off a stealth check, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a whopping 3.
All right.
I'm not stealthy. That's against the
19.
paladin way.
13. I must have fallen the fuck asleep. I don't know what happened.
You fell asleep.
Well, now here's the thing.
You fucking
You
kidding me?
guys are all still invisible,
Okay.
Right.
but
But I was loud as a motherfucker because of my plate mail. They heard me coming up the steps.
Something like that.
actually,
Don't fall down those steps.
Yeah, don't go backwards.
Because I got that shit loaded.
well, the DC was 27.
I failed miserably.
So anyone who got under 27, she heard you.
What'd
or
you get, Gwildor?
24.
Oh,
all
yeah.
of us.
Fuck
So
all of
she
us.
heard you. She,
What
was
up, bitch?
aware of
I'm
your
here.
presence.
She can't see us, but she heard you.
Right,
Okay.
because you're all still invisible, and you will be until one of you takes a hostile action, or until the end of the first round, whatever comes first.
Correct.
Okay.
Tim? Or if you leave within 10 feet of Gwildor.
Correct.
All those things are true. However,
Well, I'm not going to do a lot of those
she,
for a long
so
time.
she's gonna roll her perception, and I got a 29.
Ah, damn it. I was hoping that was low.
2 for 50.
All right.
But she
as you
doesn't know
guys
where we are,
as you
though.
guys kind of come up through the stairs, she does.
Because we're coming up from the entrance, so she kind of knows the
She
general
knows-
direction.
It's the
We're
same
walking
thing
like-
as when the cleric was invisible, but you knew what square he's in.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
she knows what square you guys are in. She just still can't see you.
Okay, so she knows that we came up and she heard us
Right.
approaching, but she didn't know.
They're over by the stairs.
Yes.
But she doesn't know how many.
Roughly. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not exact, but I mean, she knows there's like, a couple
Something's
people.
there, so I
she
gotta-
definitely hears you, Escanor. She knows exactly.
Yeah,
what
I'm
it
a
is.
loud motherfucker with this plate mail and
All
a
right.
shield. I'm sorry, guys.
My only question is, do I see her reflection in the mirror?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that answers one question.
Slithering down around the angelic statue.
Slithering?
Yes. You see a form emerge from behind the angelic statue. Angelic
the
statue.
Fuck.
That
It-
bitch is huge.
It is a beautiful woman with the lower half of a snake. So, you've come at last, have you? Well then, it's time to add the greed in your souls to the rune well. All right,
You've heard of the Knights of the Last Call.
I have.
Heroes of Sandpoint.
And it will be your death. All right. She is going to.
This
All
is
right.
this is
she
a meta point.
weaves her spell and casts haste.
Counter
On
spell.
herself?
All right.
Counterspell this.
Yep.
I will expend my haste spell
Yep.
and make a counteract check
Yep,
versus
Tim.
her haste.
Yep. Which is going to be DC. Looking for it.
Minus 10.
30.
All right.
Come on, baby.
Big roll, buddy. We need a big one. That's not probably
It's
going to
only
do
a
it.
24.
That is
That's quite a spell she has there.
not it. Yes. Well, it's her DC.
She
is a
seems
high
to
level
be,
caster.
30?
Yeah.
seems to be quite adept.
All right.
Her spell goes off and she feels your
Respect.
feeble efforts will not harm you. And no matter your investigations, Gwildor, I assure you that the mayor will.
Detections, madam.
I assure you, I'm doing it on purpose now. I assure you that the mayor's greedy soul will be harvested. She snaps back. So that was 2 actions to cast haste. She goes, I assume this means that Ironbriar is dead. A pity. I'll have to find another servant. There are so many in this horrible, awful town. All right, so she has 2 actions left because she is now hasted.
Thank God we sent Villic to protect the mayor, right?
As far as we know, we sent him. Doesn't mean he
That's true.
protected shit.
That's very true.
She is going to. What's her speed?
Uh-oh. She doesn't have enough.
She's gonna.
She's too fat.
She's gonna
Kill
climb up. She is using her climb speed up the angel statue to about 20 feet up, and then she's gonna take cover. All right.
Gwildor, get this move.
Well, thank God
Yes, so
Gwildor is
it is my
a
turn.
ranger.
All right. Gwildor. He's
Yes.
not a ranger.
He has a bow. Let me.
Is there anything else in this room, like person-wise?
No.
Okay.
She wouldn't dare let anything
All right.
in this room.
So
aside from
Gwildor is
her.
going to use a free action to drain a bonded item and gain haste back as a spell.
Okay. Didn't you? Oh, you did that for a 4th level spell?
Third.
No, I
I
did. You
did it
already
for a 4th and a 2nd so far, and a 1st.
Gotcha. Okay.
3rd level is the only one I have remaining.
Oh.
So I get back haste for free with a free action.
Okay.
I cast haste on myself,
Okay.
giving me 2 actions remaining.
Yep.
I bonded spell to
Yep.
buff my weapon, or bespell weapon.
Yep.
With a free action.
Sure.
Then I cast True Strike with 1 action.
Yep.
And then I fire an arrow, and with True Strike, it also ignores the cover.
It ignores concealment.
I think it's more than that.
Ooh.
I will look it
Challenging the GM. I like it.
All right. If you're wrong, you lose your hero. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
But if you're right, you gain one.
Oh.
And, I'm
The
kidding.
attack ignores circumstance penalties to the attack roll and any flat check required due to the target being concealed or hidden. So is this a circumstance penalty because she took cover?
No, she gets a circumstance bonus to her armor class.
Blast. Very well.
All right, you lose that hero point.
I call that a tie.
And there are no
I call
flat
that
checks.
a
No,
tie.
I knew exactly what it did. It
Yeah.
ignores concealment, which is the flat check.
Yes, yes,
and then
yes.
if you had a penalty to your attack, a circumstance penalty,
Right.
you would also ignore that. But she still gets her cover.
Right.
Or
All
her-
right.
yeah.
Excellent.
Valiant effort, though. Valiant effort.
So this is still plus 13.
Yep, and
She
you
just increases her armor class.
Yes.
That is a 29.
Would have hit, but
Yes.
she took cover, so her AC is 31.
Come on.
Blast you, woman.
Blast you,
All right, well,
serpent.
30
That's
freaking
all I got. That's my turn.
All right.
The invisibility ends.
God.
Yes, invisibility ends. Wait! You hit her.
Wait, what?
Because
Oh,
she was
because we were
flat-footed to
invisible
us?
and
She's flat-footed to you guys.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
she can't see you.
Yeah, buddy.
Nailed it.
So her AC goes to 31, but then she's flat-footed to this attack because you're invisible.
goes to 29.
So it goes to 29.
So you hit.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, baby.
23 damage.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, that it went from yeah, you missed to hey, we're dealing 23 to you,
All right,
bitch.
It works out.
You strike her. You have some talent after all. Maybe I won't sacrifice you. Maybe I will simply enslave your mind.
Bring it.
Azius.
Aziz, delay
right.
until after me.
No one's invisible anymore. Burl says, delay.
Delayed.
Do it.
You're not raged yet.
Do
You're
it.
still-
Delayed.
All right.
Burl.
Wait, quick question of meta.
What? You in the meta, buddy. Not right now. We're in the middle of
Okay, sorry.
On your
All right.
turn.
I'm gonna cast my 3rd level spell haste on Azius.
Nice.
Oh.
All right, Azius, you now get 4 actions a turn.
And
Very
then I
nice.
have
Nothing to do with them things.
one action. I'm gonna command Lucky. He's gonna take a double move.
Okay. No, remember, it's not flanking her.
She's 20 feet in the air.
20 feet in the air. That's what this haste thing's like. I don't know what to even fucking do with haste.
So he's a badger. He climbs up.
Is
What-
it- how
tell me
slick
that-
is this
Does he have a
statue?
climb speed?
Oh hell yeah, he does.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's so tall.
His burrow. What
happened to Lucky?
Is 25.
Okay, so he can climb basically at the same rate that he moves.
So he'd like to move in such a way that he
Yep.
could perform some sort of.
Yeah, so he starts climbing up the statue after her. However,
She have attack of opportunity.
she does,
Fucking
and
A.
she has reach.
Oh.
So she
He's
lashes
sneaky.
out with
He's
the
sneaky,
Impaler
though.
of Thorns.
That is quite the name of an attack.
24 to hit.
Oh, just barely.
Lucky takes 18
I
damage.
don't give a shit.
Ouch.
Don't
Poor
you?
Lucky.
Poor Lucky.
Not the badger.
No one cares about Lucky.
the badger.
He's fine. He goes from
How
70
many
52.
more spells you got this turn? You're good, right? You're
I'm done now.
No, he's done now.
So double move for him and casting.
All right, Azius, and you're hasted,
Haste.
so 4 actions.
And remember,
Yes.
everyone does have.
Barkskin.
Barkskin.
Yeah,
yes,
so I'm going to move up a little bit in front of her, and then I'm going to try to throw. So I'm going to take out one action.
Yep.
Alchemist Fire.
Yep.
And throw it at her.
Okay.
This is going to be a dexterous throw.
Right. So you are, unfortunately, you are not expert in throwing weapons.
Nope.
So you're just trained.
All right. All right.
So
Trained in bombs.
yeah. So it's 9
Yeah.
plus your dex.
10 total.
Okay. Now, what bomb is this?
This is an alchemist fire.
Okay. There's 8 different types of alchemist fire.
Sorry, this is an
wasn't
alchemist
9.
fire moderate.
Does it give you an item bonus to attack?
+1 bonus to attack rolls.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you for that, Derek.
You got it.
So +1.
So it's so 7 plus 2 is 9 plus your dex 1 is 10 plus 1 is 11. So it's plus
11 to this roll.
Yep.
That's a terrible
15.
throw. Seems to just hit the tower.
But she takes 1 point of splash damage.
Get that
Or,
splash.
what's the splash damage? What's the splash damage?
Bob, you can't use your hero points.
Can I hear your voice? Hey, baby.
Well, what'd you get, Bob? I'm sorry.
4, so that was 15.
So he critically failed.
Oh, you might want to use a hero point to
make
at
it a
least
failure?
No, it's a
no.
waste.
Can you do
she,
2?
She only takes 2 damage.
Okay, she takes 2 damage from the splash.
Okay.
So that was 2 actions. So I actually moved up to throw it to her because
Yeah, sure. Yep. You have 1 action left.
let's recall knowledge.
Okay. Go ahead.
We're
and,
looking for more of the hero.
yeah, go ahead and make an occult check
Yep.
or an arcana check.
You said cult or arcana?
Yes. Well, you should pick before
No,
you roll.
they're both the same.
Gotcha.
It's a 10.
No.
She looks like a snake.
DC is 26.
With lady parts.
I'm sick and tired of this motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking clock tower.
I've never
Checks
seen
out.
one like
Looks
this
like a-
before.
Escanor.
Looks like a steak.
All
I know
right.
he's the pisser.
So, question.
Yep.
Now I know when we go diagonal,
Yep.
it's 5 feet,
Yep.
10 feet.
Yep.
How does it work in the air?
Same thing.
Oh, whole kind of math gets all.
Ah, shit. Because
You
my
know, but he's somewhere.
No, I got it. Lucky climbed up.
yeah, no, lucky is. But what I'm trying to get my litany against wrath, but it's 30 feet.
Yeah, so you pretty much would have to be like probably
Right underneath her,
or
basically.
circa
Yeah.
about.
And that's what I'm wondering because if it's like,
Yeah.
I can kind of do it from
No.
where I'm at.
If someone
No.
was 200 feet in the air, but they were 30 feet away from you laterally, it would
No
not
good.
affect them.
But
Yeah.
she's only 20 feet. That's why I was
think it would have
wondering.
been 4th edition, by the way.
Oh yeah.
They ignored-
Verticality was gone.
Verticality
Yeah.
was gone.
Whereas here, I'm like, I don't need a point blank shot because verticality exists in this edition.
Exactly.
But that's what I was wondering is because I'm only technically 10 feet away from where I'm standing horizontally,
You
but
know,
the so I
I'd
have to
argue
move.
No, you
flanking with Burl.
flanking with Burl.
Yeah, I can't.
You'd have to
I
be
can't.
all the way up there
Yeah,
to
I
be
can't flank
flanking.
at the same time because of the height difference.
No, you'd have to be up next to her. To
He's
Yeah.
been climbing.
No.
no.
I am not a climber. No.
Remember,
Burl been climbing.
She
That's all I'm saying.
that snake is up in the air, man.
this is what
Yeah.
the fight looks like
Yeah,
right now.
Burl
That ain't a
climbed
flank.
is all
Wait,
I'm
Burl,
saying.
you mean
Yeah,
lucky?
but I'm down there. I can't flank.
Look, I can't afford you. If you can't climb,
I can't
to
climb.
match with Lucky.
No, I
That's a-
cannot climb.
you know.
So she and Lucky are up in the air, and that's why I'm making sure that
All
my
right, Escanor, what are you doing?
litany against. So I will move
Yep.
to be right below her.
Yes.
And I will litany against wrath her.
Okay. 23 will save.
So that's against my class DC, which is 23. So does that pass
It passes.
to you?
Yes.
Shit.
So she's going to take 3d6 on 1 attack.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I still
So
have
you moved
one-
and you litany, you have 1 more.
Right. I will attempt to demoralize.
Sure, go for it.
All right.
Make a intimidation check and get a +1 bonus to this because you're strong.
Strong.
DC 28.
25.
Oh, so close.
All right.
Boss level monster.
Failed. Sorry, guys. At least I did some damage. I will do some damage, hopefully.
That's
She
right.
attacks.
All right, so
Is she a snake?
But she can't avoid that damage.
No.
All right. She starts casting a spell.
All right.
She casts Blur.
I will counterspell it.
Okay.
Or I will attempt to, I should say.
All right. I'll sacrifice the. Do you have a Blur
I
memorized?
do. Yes, I do.
So what doesn't he
Get
have
off my
memorized?
spell
God
list.
damn.
Get off my spell list, Xanesha.
Tim, you and I apparently just picked the same spells. All right,
Oh,
let's
we know
go.
what's up.
All right. DC 30 though.
31.
Say it ain't so. Ow!
I love how the person's like, yeah, she didn't get another buff.
Hey, it's something, okay?
So she's going to use her
Hey, I just
third
stole 2
action.
actions for her for my
So
reaction.
she's going to use 3 actions. She's going to use her third action to climb down the statue a little bit. So she is now 10 feet up. So she's still out of reach of you.
Right.
But she has reach with her spear. So she stabs down on you.
On me?
Burrow's ready.
Lucky.
Lucky's ready to attack is all I'm saying.
But he doesn't have attack of opportunity.
No, he doesn't have it.
All
I'm
right,
just saying.
Escanor. She stabs you with the Impaler of Thorns.
Okay. So wait, she does take 3d6 damage because she's attempting to do me.
Go do it dirty.
7, 8 damage.
Nice.
Do it.
How much damage?
8.
8, okay.
It's not a lot, but
All right,
I mean, it's
Escanor,
something.
I got a 29.
Damn it. AC's 28. You got me. Hit.
Escanor, you take 19 damage from the Impaler of Thorn, and you are also affected by the Xanesha's Caress.
The 2 resistance does not affect the AC, does it?
Oh yeah, you take 2 off.
Take
The
2 off
damage.
the damage?
Damage.
Okay, so then how much damage did you say it was?
11 plus 8, 19. So you only take
17 damage. Okay.
Nice.
In addition, you're affected by Xanesha's Caress.
She's caressing.
Make a DC 30 will save.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Will say. Oh, it's reflex. Damn it.
That's scary, boy.
Oh, come on.
Big roll. Big roll. Big roll. Big roll. Oh, there's a terrible.
Awful roll.
The
I
opposite.
think you're critically failed.
Probably.
What'd you get?
It's a DC, you said?
No, what?
Will.
Or
DC.
Will. Sorry,
Yes.
Will say. Yeah, 15.
Okay, so you critically failed.
Oh fuck.
I down fucked up,
All right.
guys.
This
okay.
one hurt.
yeah.
So you are stupefied 2.
What the fuck does that mean?
Oh, damn.
Please tell our audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, please tell the audience what it means to be stupefied.
All right.
2.
If you are stupefied, you take a status penalty equal to the value that you were stupefied on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma-based checks, and DCs such as will saves, spell attack rolls, spell DCs, and any skill checks that use int, wiz, or charisma. In addition, anytime you attempt to cast a spell while stupefied, the spell is disrupted unless you succeed at a flat check with a DC of 5 plus your stupefied value.
So good
So it's
news,
hurt-
everyone.
it's hurting-
I don't know fucking spells.
Yeah, so it's worse against people like.
It's worse
Right.
against spellcasters, but it also lowers your will save.
Okay.
But other than that, like frighten would be technically worse to like a melee fighter.
It would.
Now-
but to them, this is really
this doesn't
bad.
go away.
What do you mean it doesn't go away?
Like-
Oh, it doesn't decay?
There's no decay. there's no-
Permanently.
How do you get rid of it?
Rest for a long.
yeah, you know.
I'm fucked.
You know.
Would it be
Stupid.
dispellable by magical effects? Well, I could barely make a knowledge check on my turn. or
correct.
something, Yeah.
Now. Okay, that's fine.
All right. So she casts a spell, disrupted, moved to get within range of Escanor, and fourth action, hasted action, attacked Escanor. So she's done. Gwildor.
All right. She's making moves, so I'm gonna make some moves.
Matthew, just do that later.
Matt, what?
I have
What
to
are
do that
you
before I
doing?
leave.
I couldn't put another one.
Just stack them on the ground like the rest of them. Ay,
Edit
yeah.
this out, please.
I can't wait for this in the back. I'm gonna like zoom out to Matt just in the boss fight. I'm the trash man.
It's a metaphor. We're taking out the trash.
I was like, do you
Leave it
have
against
him
the
on
wall.
video though? Can you please zoom in on him?
Put it somewhere. Jeez Louise, get back here. We need to fight.
Pay attention, goddammit.
Gwildor is first going to bring all of Xanesha's fears manifest by casting Phantasmal Killer upon her.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, I like
So
this.
the first thing is a
All right, well,
DC
the first
25.
rule is she's higher level than you, so incapacitation doesn't apply, but
that
it's only to the death effect.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
So DC 25 will save.
So he can't kill her outright, basically.
36.
Oh, so that's a critical success. All right, she is unaffected. All
right.
Damn it.
Can't beat that. Can't beat that.
Your paltry detective work will not allow you to beat me, Gwildor.
As she mocks me, I bespell my weapon.
Okay.
Wait. Can you use a hero point
No,
to
he has
change?
none. He
Not
has
from
none.
I have one.
He
but
has
I'm
one.
not
He has
gonna
one,
use it
okay.
for a
You
failure.
can change a critical failure to a failure.
Right. It would just turn it to a success. So
Okay.
No,
and
it would
that does.
not.
well, her critical success would become. I couldn't downgrade it to a success for her.
Yes, that's the best you could do.
Yeah. Right. Which I don't want to do.
And that wouldn't do anything extra, is what I'm
It
asking.
would, but I just don't care.
Not
to
enough
waste my
to
hero
do
point
so.
on that.
Okay. No,
Yes.
not fair enough. That's why I'm asking.
Yes. So that was my decision there. So all right. So I would spell my weapon.
Yep.
And I'm going to use one action to enter point blank stance.
Yep.
And then my last action will
Hasted
be my
action.
hasted action.
Yep.
Which will be assisting shot because
Okay.
it is a strike action.
It is a
Or
strike.
does it have to be a basic
It has to be a strike.
Okay. So regular strike then.
Okay.
So we are shooting.
Okay.
So this is yet again plus 13.
Yes, she did not take cover, so her AC is 29.
It's only a 17, so that's going to miss badly.
Miss. All right, Burl.
Burl,
Guys, we gotta roll higher.
make me bigger.
That would give you reach.
Let me hit her.
Do it. Because remember, he follows you in the
Can I downgrade any spells? So if I have a 3rd level spell, can I cast it as a
So
second
it's a
level?
little unclear if you can do that because in Pathfinder you kind of sort of can't. It doesn't really say if you could use a higher level spell slot to cast a lower level spell slot.
Right.
My default answer is no, but what you can do as an action is use a resolve point to get back 3 spell levels.
Yeah, half your.
half.
You only get
level
half
can
in
get-
combat.
Yes.
As one action.
As
one
one
action.
action.
Sorry.
You know what I realized too, that the danger thing about these sessions is that the boss fights happen at the end. And that's
Okay.
when you guys are all like 2 or 3 beers in and you're making like the worst decisions.
Oh, making me bigger is good.
No, I agree. It is a great decision. I'm just saying, like,
No, he's talking about me.
I actually,
No, I drink
I'm
the
going to
whole
say this
time.
right now. I think there's a 25% chance that you guys will TPK on this fight.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, son!
So I cast
Not
a large
today,
on
bitch.
Azius.
Yes. Make me bigger.
Oh, wait, we got to get the big guy.
Get the big one out.
And then
Yeah,
I,
buddy. Oh,
Nice.
that's massive.
I'd like to take an action to intimidate.
Yep.
Intimidate.
Go ahead and make a demoralize check.
So I took the feat Assurance Intimidation. How does that matter here?
It means that if you want to, instead of rolling, you can just get a 10 plus your intimidation.
What's your intimidation?
Do I feel a 25 is sufficient?
You don't.
You don't know.
We don't know that.
I didn't do any good
Nobody,
on my
yeah,
recall
nobody did the
knowledge.
recall knowledge to be able to tell that.
Yeah, no one's recalled knowledge on her successfully.
26.
Fail.
Oh, it was better than the assurance,
her
though.
will saves plus 18.
Oh,
That's real good.
Yeah. It's not even her highest.
oh,
Wow.
It's her moderate one.
oh, geez.
All right.
So Pearl,
TPK is awaiting us.
for the first time, lucky.
Yes.
He's already there.
Yeah, he's right there.
We'll make just a regular attack.
Sure. You know, I'm going to say that because Azius is large, that Azius is flanking with
Yes.
Lucky.
I am.
Very nice, very nice.
I'm very
No, not
big.
him.
No, with her.
He can't even reach her with his weapon.
I'm below it. He's over here, like, above me, basically be able to smack the shit out of her.
Correct. You cannot target her.
I can't do
Plus
anything.
12. So I got a
Oh!
32 plus the.
Yeah, it's a
minus
crit. It is a crit. It's a crit.
Yes.
It's a crit.
Crit, baby.
So I don't even know what.
So 2d8 plus 3.
Do it.
So 10, 13, 26.
Nice.
Yes.
Lucky.
Nice work, Lucky.
He bites right onto her. He bites right onto her tail. And he's like, "Arr!"
So
I imagine him
Burl's
just
like,
hanging there.
Yes, basically, she's flailing about and he's hanging on by dear
I
life.
love it. Burl's like, you bigger. and then Lucky's like, Lucky looks around. He's just like,
Okay.
Nice.
So she is hurt for the first time, looking hurt. Azius.
Can I hit her?
Yeah.
Swing away, Azius.
Yeah, because she came down to stab Escanor.
She's 10 feet
rage.
above us right now.
Yeah.
Rage.
He's 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
And he has 10-foot reach.
So
Rage
you can
and-
smack the shit out of
Yeah,
her.
rage and swing.
Okay, do you remember when you rage, you get 10 hit points? Have you not remembered that?
No, he
I
has
do,
not.
but I don't always write it down.
No, he has not.
You know what you
I
need?
guess
You
I
need
really-
a combat worksheet.
all of which can
So
be
all-
avoided if you're a spellcaster.
So once again, that's the second time for you listeners that have been watching us.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to help you guys out.
No,
I
no,
really,
no,
I
that's
really
very
don't want, I
valid.
really
It
don't want
is
to see you guys
valid.
get
I
too
am
pissed.
valid
terrible at
advice.
this.
All right, buddy. Let's go.
Come on, big roll.
That's not bad.
Yeah, what'd you get?
29.
That's a hit.
Yes.
Nice.
Come on, Destiny. Come on, Destiny. Swing away.
Plus 18.
Yeah, buddy.
Come on.
Actually, I lied. It's a regular hit.
Yeah. It's a critical. Barbarian critical hit. Azius digs deep and brings down Destiny.
Plus 18.
So a couple.
10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 38 damage.
Right.
So 70.
No, you
No, I
already
already did that.
Okay, so 38.
And then
So
so
that's
76.
76.
Nice.
And makes her
Hit.
prone.
Couple things. She's knocked prone. She
falls down.
while climbing.
That snake-ass bitch.
And she's frightened too.
Because of the fear.
Because you tone the fear
Does it make
element
any
onto her.
save against the will or frightened or
No,
it just happens?
it just
No,
happens.
she's just frightened too.
All right.
No, she's not prone. She's not prone. She just falls down.
No, she falls prone.
Oh, she falls prone.
From the thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Now she has
easiest-
she has a climb speed, so she doesn't fall off. But she's basically knocked down, her tail wrapped around the thing, but her like female form gets smashed into the ground. She's kind of drooped over.
So Aziz, why does she get knocked prone?
Oh, when I crit.
It's his
my
crit specialization?
Weapon
Specialization.
No, your critical specialization.
When I crit, I can with a hammer. I make her prone.
Suck on that.
With the maul. Sorry.
Yeah, so she is now prone, so she's flat-footed to everyone.
Yep.
And that was what, your first attack?
I gotta
was
get
his
lucky
first
to have
attack.
an attack of opportunity. That's
All right.
Swing again, smack her.
I think
Minus-
you can if you get him high enough hours.
minus 5.
Yep.
19.
That's a critical miss.
Even including
Even with
her
-2?
-2 because of her
Okay.
prone.
That's just not going to happen.
You have 2 more actions. 'Cause you're hasted.
I know. That's why I was like,
Oh,
why am I?
shit.
What am I going to do with all these freaking hasted actions?
So attack.
Attack
No, well,
continuously?
he continuously loses.
It caps out at
I can't
minus
go, I
10.
can't go minus
Oh,
10, but
okay.
Isn't her AC down to 27 from being prone, though? Isn't she flat-footed?
Yes.
to his
Yes, it
attack?
is prone.
Okay,
Yeah,
therefore
no,
not I gotta roll.
Tim's right. It's a failure. Not a
Oh,
critical.
it's just a regular failure?
Yeah.
Success.
All right.
There you go.
Yes.
That's what I was actually
Can I
wondering.
spend hero points on other people?
No.
No.
you cannot.
Oh, good ass though. Good
Plus
ass.
18.
Yep. Oh!
15, 33.
Weep,
All right.
weep, weep.
Uh-oh, he's got to get out the red dot or the red magnet.
Escantor.
No.
T.
He's got one action because you
No, I
hasted him.
have 2 actions.
no.
I have 2 actions.
Oh, right.
I haven't done
Because
anything yet.
you changed that one to a success. Correct.
Keep going. Minus 10.
Yeah, minus 10. So it's like
17.
So
That is a crit.
that is a crit failure.
Yeah,
That is a crit
that's a
failure.
super failure.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't know what to do, guys.
I mean, all you have to do is roll a 12 and then spend a hero point.
Okay,
right.
we gotta keep rolling that. Go for it.
Can you move 5 feet to give a bonus? to
Flank?
someone
Can you
else?
flank? Can you
I'm
flank?
flying with Lucky. What do
He's
you want
flanking
to
with
do?
Lucky.
Oh,
Well, right now she's flat-footed.
I don't worry about anyone else.
Frightened too. That would be
like,
another crit. Actually.
That's actually true.
Success.
So neither were a crit failure.
Well, wait.
Wait.
Oh,
No, that's
sorry.
a success, right?
So what'd you get? Total. Oh, minus 10. Yeah.
Oh, minus
so,
10, minus
yes.
10.
Success.
But you are right, Tim. So
Yes.
yes, that would have been. But all right. So but he gets to hit.
Plus 18. 14, 32.
Wow.
I can do what only one
Barbarian takes it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to the GM by the
All it took was
play.
one round in melee combat with the barbarian.
Well, all right. Wait. The hasted, enlarged,
Yes.
hero point expending.
Two full turn spells from the
Wait,
sorcerer.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out, I didn't have a turn.
No, you did.
Oh, that's right. It went around. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you to make me enlarge.
So there we go.
Well,
Enlarged and
all right,
hasted.
so what you didn't hear me say is there's a 25% chance that it'll be a TPK, and there's a 70% chance that she'll die this turn.
No, let's make it 100% because
and the moral of the lesson is this: never underestimate a giant instinct barbarian with a maul who is enlarged and hasted.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
happens? Wait. Who happens to have expendable hero points?
Yes,
I mean,
correct.
never engage in a land war.
In a land war.
Only slightly lesser known.
Only
Is
slightly
do not
lesser
engage with an
All right,
enlarged
so-
barbarian.
So here's the thing, Xanesha, amongst all other things, is a survivalist.
Not anymore.
Okay, she flees when she's below half hit points. She went from 135 to dead on Bob's turn. On
Very
Bob's
nice.
turn.
Yes.
At AC 29. But as Tim pointed out, actually, the one hit she was actually down 4 points of AC because you made her
right.
frightened
The frightened.
and
The frightened.
prone.
yeah.
You're
So that's
absolutely
a
right.
-4. Her AC went from 29 down to 25. Also, she should have been blurred that whole time,
Yep.
and which would have given you a 25% mischance on top of your attacks.
Don't
But
forget that.
but no,
She
no,
did.
but no,
I maxed my counterspell.
he
That's
counteracted it.
right. That's a
Yeah,
great
so
point.
he avoided that.
And the people
by
at
doing
home,
that.
every little tiny
Yeah.
incremental
Oh, yeah.
advantage
Oh, yeah.
is so important
Yes.
in Pathfinder.
All right.
There it is. Yeah.
Well, Xanesha,
Yeah.
Our Lady of Shadows,
Sorry about that. Made that fast. Sorry,
is-
guys.
Nice job,
is dead after Azius goes full
Whack-a-mole on her.
Full whack-a-mole on her. Yeah, there was no grace in those attacks. No. Like, I like to think, too, like, the statue, he's like, it's broken up.
He
Like,
destroyed
he just
it.
That was the
smashed
one
it.
missing.
That's how he made her go prone.
Yeah,
is he
he
just
just-
goes, fuck
yeah, he
this,
just-
and just
she's
destroyed
like,
the whole
he'll let-
thing.
right, she
Trapped
takes
under
cover,
rubble.
and he just, like, smashes through. Yeah.
Now, I do have a question.
Yeah.
When he enlarges
Yeah.
Azius, does that also enlarge his weapon?
No.
Oh, yeah.
You weren't here for that, but my weapon is already large.
His weapon is already
it's
large.
too big for me.
Right. So,
So
normally,
one-handed
so
technically when it's
generally
enlarged?
No.
No. In fact, normally when Bob is a barbarian, he's always permanently clumsy 1.
Okay.
Because his weapon is too
It's
big for
too
him.
big for
And
him.
when you
Okay.
become enlarged, normally you become clumsy 1.
Yeah.
But we actually rule that Bob becomes clumsy 0 because now so
fits
enlarged
his
actually
size.
buffs his AC
Okay.
because
That
he's
makes
finally
sense.
the right size
That
for his
makes sense.
weapon.
If I were to
Nice.
enlarge a regular fighter with a regular sword,
Okay.
he would become
Clumsy
large,
1.
4 squares,
Yes.
clumsy 1, but he would then have a larger.
He would then have a large weapon for his size.
So if you were to do that on me,
Yeah.
I would go bigger, but
Yeah.
I would get clumsy 1.
Yes.
And my weapon would actually grow with
right.
me then.
But it doesn't do any more damage.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't help with hitting either.
No.
This is just
For
my
some reason.
giant instinct. that
Okay.
We're sort of flavor ruling
Correct.
here.
Gotcha.
Which I love. I
All
love
right.
Oh no, it's absolutely perfect. I love it.
Xanesha
Is
is
no more.
defeated. And the Xanesha, by the way, was a type of creature known as a Lamia or a Lamia. Lamia. A Lamia. They are an ancient and evil race. A horrific, monstrous humanoid known to lair in only the most desolate and ruinous places, typically dedicated to horrible and evil gods and servants. And you know that in Varisia, the Lamia, one of the many reasons why people fear and claim to have never found it, the Lamia in Varisia are known to originate from one place, the city of Zinshalast.
Shit. So that was a really aggressive. No one
And,
else talking.
and as she dies and slumps to the ground, battered and splattered, you see, she never got I mean, she did, but you guys.
She had half of a turn, maybe.
No, I mean, she had it activated before you guys came up, but she never had a chance to use it. Dangling from her ruined chest is another 7-pointed Sihedron amulet.
Are you,
Dibs.
I would say, are you collecting here? Is that what's going on?
I got 14 points now.
You haven't attuned any of these things to you.
That's
I
another,
tuned
by the
them
way,
all.
another reason that these guys do. These guys typically don't either loot their magical items, and then when they get them, they don't use them. So that's another thing that they do a lot.
What? We have a striking rune? Why would we use that?
All right.
So-
So Xanesha is defeated and is dead. So
I'd like to cast detect magic.
yeah. So detecting magic reveals that her weapon is magical, and it has on it a +2 potency rune stone.
Nice.
And two-handed or one-handed?
What kind of weapon is it? Spear?
Yeah, it's a spear.
Spear.
Yeah, it's a +2 spear.
I steal it before anyone notices.
I literally am watching her corpse.
Yeah, like
Damn
he
it.
just smashed
Literally
her.
just
He's standing
smashed her
right
to
beside her.
By the way, the name of the weapon is the Impaler of Thorns.
I love that name.
Nice.
She also has, on her person, a magical wand.
Oh.
You two got to
Oh
fight
my.
over that one.
And she's wearing a magical belt and has a magical ring and has magical bracers.
Jeez.
So,
with magic shit all over the place.
With detect magic, tell me each of these.
Well, they're all magical. That's what detect magic.
Yeah, you can't. You have to do an arcane check, right?
Well, then give me that too.
Or an occultism check.
Or
depending on what they're
occultism.
doing.
So-
or you need to use the
no,
read
no.
magic cantrip.
Oh, give it to me.
Read aura.
Read aura.
But I
sorry,
don't have
sorry.
it memorized today.
But or you can make an arcana
Not
check.
today.
But that takes 10 minutes per arcana check, so you may not want to do it here.
Well,
But
gather 'em up.
I will take them all and I will haul them back with us.
You have a lot of stuff on you.
I also
All
have
right.
a bag of holding that we can put things in should our
Now-
encumbrance become a
Yeah,
problem.
put your wand in there.
Now that was what was on her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
We
let's
searched
look around the
room.
gold room because
Okay.
there's shit
Yeah,
everywhere.
the
All right.
pillows and everything.
The majority of the treasure that Xanesha kept is in the form of offerings and gifts that she has accumulated from the Skinsaw cultist.
So skin
Xanesha
faces.
keeps these treasures spread amongst her 7 locked chests, which you find on her person. The first 5 chests each contain coins, all kept in small leather pouches, each with 100 coins per pouch.
Nice.
So 700 total. Very nice.
In-
Gold or copper or
No, I said just 5 chests.
I said it's
5
kept
chests.
in small leather pouches in denominations of 100 coins each. I didn't say there were 5 pouches.
No, there's 5.
There's 5 chests
Okay.
full of pouches.
Oh.
Each pouch has 100 coins.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
In total, you find 4,000 gold.
So 1,000 apiece right now.
Man, fuck
1,000
that.
apiece.
I mean, unless you want to fuck Villic, but
eventually we'll deal with him. He wasn't
we
here.
can't. We got to incorporate.
all right.
it.
The sixth
1,000 gold apiece.
The 6th chest contains 500 gold worth of various jewelry and fine gemstones.
Okay.
Okay.
The 7th chest contains several more magical items.
Okay.
There is a magical oil, a magical candle, a magical javelin, and a magical potion.
Okay.
All right. In addition, as you guys are kind of looking around this, the greatest treasure, however, is not found in any of the chests, but is a
friendship
but is a
made along
crumpled
the
up
way.
piece of parchment which has been thrown aside from the area.
Read it. What does it say? Open it up.
It's addressed in a strange language. It's common, but it's very old. It's like, it's like the equivalent of like British, like ye old thee, like reading old Shakespeare.
Old English.
So it's very old English, but it's very ancient common.
Okay.
It says, it's a letter written to Xanesha. You can see that the wax seal was broken, and the wax seal contained the 7-pointed star.
Of course.
It says, "My sister.
Oh.
I trust that your little band of murderers is doing well, gathering enough greedy souls for our Lord's rise? ? Has Magnimar proven to be as sinful as you had hoped? It may interest you to know that my plan to nurture greed here in this small backwater town has blossomed. The quality of greed in a soul is so much more refined when it is given the proper care. Are you still carving the Sihedron on them before they expire? How crude. My method of marking is so much more elegant. The greed and the power done when it is performed willingly is so much more succulent. In any event, I'm sure that your plans for harvesting greed, where and when you can find it in the wild, are progressing well enough. I just hope that your raw, ungroomed, and likely inferior victims don't interact poorly when they mix with the purity of my own subjects' greed. If you tire of your little project there, know that you're always welcome to come here to Turtleback Ferry and serve as my assistant, little sister. Fort Rannoch should be in my control by the time you receive this letter in any event, so there'll be plenty of room for you if you wish to take me up on my generous offer. Oh, and before I forget, have you managed to harvest that Lord Mayor yet? By all accounts, he might just be the cream of the crop in Magnimar. His soul may even rival some from my homegrown harvest. Signed, Lucretia.
Lucretia.
With a sister like that, who needs enemies?
900
seemed very
gold
nice.
per person, by the way, so Vilk gets an even share.
All right, that sounds fair.
Fantastic.
Does Gwildor know anything about the Turtleback
Well, anyone...
Ferry?
Yeah, so,
what?
Fort Rannoch?
Rannoch.
so any of you who are from Varisia or from this area know Turtleback Ferry is a small town on the other side of Varisia.
Okay.
You don't know about Fort Rannoch unless you make a knowledge check.
I didn't know if he knew. Sorry.
Yeah, I do have society as a
Yep.
skill.
Yeah.
It's only a 22.
Yeah, that's enough. Fort Rannoch. So Turtleback Ferry is on the far side of Varisia over the Storval Plateau. Sort of the Varisia is kind of divided into like the lowlands, and then there's like a big plateau, and it's like the highlands.
Okay.
And Turtleback Ferry is actually like right in the border between the highlands and the lowlands. There's like
Right in the middle.
There's a big dam. It's built at a big lake there, but the reason the highlands are kind of uninhabited is because that's where all the giants live. So Fort Rannoch is sort of a outpost. Ostensibly, it's funded by Magnimar, but they're kind of on their own. Okay. The Fort Rannoch Rangers are sort of like the Night's Watch, but against giants instead, in fact, like in Magnimar, like if you're found guilty of a crime, you can like instead of being executed or jailed, you can like go to Fort Rannoch and like defend.
Be exiled.
Yeah, be exiled and like
get sent to the wall.
Sent to the wall.
Yeah.
And so the Rangers of Fort Rannoch defend against giants that live up on the plateau.
Oh,
I did not know about these giants.
Calm down, Asius.
Sorry.
It'll be
Oh
okay.
no, we're going after him.
I feel like we should.
All right.
Attack on Titans? What?
So
We hate
How do we get down from here? Is there any windows?
I mean, the whole area is a one big window.
I'm
Let's,
pretty sure the
use our
stairwell will
ropes.
explode if we try to
Yeah,
leave.
the stairwell will explode and it's covered in grease. Oh, and there's a bunch of monsters.
I was gonna say, like, we did not plan our exit strategy very well, gentlemen.
Ropes. We have enough ropes.
Can he?
Tie 'em together.
Can you cast the invisibility spell on us again? Or do you have enough spell
I
slots,
could
or is
use
that a cantrip?
resolve to get it back and then do it again. Yes.
So I'd have to disarm the trap.
Well, we would have. Well, how long does it take you to disarm
Well,
a trap?
luckily for you guys, the adventure's over. So,
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Well, that works too.
so
Now we hurry on the ropes.
So, Xanesha is defeated, and with her death, the threat of the Skinsaw murders comes to an end. For while this ancient cult still lives, it was driven to a frenzy by the actions of this Lamia, this twisted creature from the far realms of Zin Shalast, an ancient servitor of the Runelords, and seemingly tasked with harvesting greedy souls. But just as you think that your mission has come to an end, you discover that this small creature has a bigger sister who is apparently even now collecting even more powerful greedy souls in the small town of Turtleback Ferry, some hundreds of miles away. It will take you some time to travel there, but before you do, you'll have some opportunity to sort of gather your strength. At the culmination of all of this, you're able to meet with the Lord Mayor, Groberos.
Is he okay? Villic, did you take care of him?
Villic
protected him well.
of course, by the time you show up, Villic's sitting there eating and drinking and smoking.
Hey, what have you guys been up to?
Groberos is an ass of an ass, but he is very happy. And when he finds out that he was at the top of the murder list and that it's specifically mentioned in the letter, he almost faints from being like overwhelmed. Nonetheless, when he comes to, he immediately demands a feast in your honor and invites you all to his home known as Defiance Garden. He proclaims that you all deserve a rich reward. He grants you each an additional 600 gold.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
buddy.
All right.
I like this guy. He's been my homeboy.
He says it's for saving Magnimar, but you really expect it's for saving him.
Yeah, saving his ass.
Nonetheless, he informs Gwildor that he wishes, as a missive from the Lord Mayor, that you continue these investigations. That Turtleback Ferry, while it is on the other side of Varisia, technically falls under the protectorate sphere of Magnimar, and that Fort Rannoch, ostensibly, is funded by contributions from Magnimar. He notes, however, that it is very underfunded, and he suspects that perhaps that short-sightedness is going to come and bite them in the ass. After asking the heroes if they are willing to investigate this matter and travel to Turtleback Ferry in the next month or so, he asks if you will take Gwildor with him as his representative and the representative of Magnimar to see the justice of Magnimar done in those far-off wilds of Varisia.
Gwildor, it is my mission to exonerate all evil from this world. Will you join us on our quest?
Yes.
But will there be beer?
I heard there are giants.
Fucking giants.
All right. So at this point, the Knights of Last Call have defeated a horrific, murderous ghoul, bested and braved a haunted house, defeated a dangerous cult, and killed one of the most powerful servants of the growing mysterious threat in the East.
They couldn't handle destiny.
And ultimately,
She went dead to top.
and ultimately save all of Magnimar. And yet now even more trouble is brewing behind the scenes. The recurrence of the Sihedron Rune, the mentions of the greedy souls, the fact that it all seems to be towards one goal, empowering and returning their lord. given the legends of this land, the rune well that you found beneath Sandpoint, the connections of Nualia, you can only begin to fear at some horrible fate. It seems that these creatures are working to return the Runelords.
As a paladin, we will not let this happen.
If such a thing were to occur, devastation would immediately rage across this realm. As heroes, as citizens, as people of good intention, or simply need for valor and bravery, you take it upon yourselves to travel to Turtleback Ferry and to follow this to its source to the end. As such, you all level to 8.
Level 8, bitches.
And for defeating Xanesha and not TPKing and saving Magnimar, you also all get a hero point.
Yeah, I knew it was worth all those hero points I wasted.
All right.
Bravo, Destiny,
It
and
wasn't a
AZ.
waste.
All right.
It was not a waste.
So,
I knew it.
with that, our second adventure, the Skinsaw Murders, comes to an end, as does our time here at Apogee Studios. Oh, that's all right. So we're going to take a little break here in person.
Future adventures.
Yeah, well, we're going to take a little break here in person, but hopefully the content will continue to be consistent as we got a little bit of a backlog that we can work through. And we are going to, come back stronger than ever for adventure number 3, the Hook Mountain Massacre, where for the first time, we are really going to get to killing some giants.
Yeah, and I may learn the ways of to play a paladin.
That's correct.
There you go.
I can't wait.
Again, on behalf of the Knights of Last Call, my name is Derek Melinda, and I really appreciate you guys sticking with us. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Leave a comment below, and we'll see you guys next time.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell. We got giants to kill. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Good fight. Good night.